live? Well, by the count of Yahuwah. That's our goal. To make sure we get this thing right and make sure we make it in. Isn't that right? That's where we at. Then I see something went down from yesterday, huh? That thing day to day. You don't know when your time will come. So our goal is to make sure we got it right and take full advantage of what we got opportunity to get now. Because you could be here one day, I ain't guarantee you'll be back. A lot of folks got up and got started. Some people were taken out along the way. And make no mistake, people watching, people looking, and they're looking for a standard. And that's what we here to make sure we do, try to set a standard for the people. That he told Yeshayahu to go through the doll, and he wanted him to do something. That's what they told him to gather out the stones. Gather out the stone. Anybody know why? Tell what now? It was a stumbling block. No, he told you he was able to raise up stones under Abraham, a bar. That's what he did when he got the people to come up from Cabal. He was gathering. What y'all thought he was doing? He told y'all he was able to raise up seed under Abraham. When Husha got up, though, they told you the graves were open. And the people came out. That's why he had to go back to the hole from where they were dug. Abraham. He told you to look under Abraham, didn't he? And the Sarah that bore him. Look into the cave to which they were hewn. Y'all, so what, y'all don't think about none of this stuff? What was it gonna gather? Where these stones he supposed to gather out? What's supposed to be gathering out? That's right, gather them out. Lift up a banner for the people. That's why you saw them up on the tube. That's why, listen, and all them that pit, they're gonna look on him. They should look on him. They had a banner. Hello? Yes, sir. That's why the people knew where to gather and put a banner up there. So we knew what behavior we supposed to demonstrate, what we supposed to do. Well, I guess everybody in a different place. I got to start trying to re-examine how you see things at the end of the day, because it's critical for your Yeshua, which is your deliverance, to make sure. And I think you ought to look at salvation as deliverance. Then you kind of look at it different. I think sometimes people look at, Yeshua as salvation, or Yeshua as salvation. They don't really look at what is deliverance. And you got to look at what you're being delivered from. And a lot of times people don't realize how critical behavior and thoughts and processes are, but it's real critical to us. And you start looking at where the world at now. I sent out a thing from the South Palm said, I sent out that come from South Palm. I tell y'all, look, y'all examine. A lot of time with every news, I kind of look and you get names. You can look people up and see, do the people exist and how much credibility into what you're looking at. Sometimes y'all get wild and just start grabbing stuff. And the right caution, most will get stuff and they'll be running and going. He ain't the only one, Dexter. Yeah, but at the end of the day, let me tell you how these people work. And I said that before. For every true story, they put enough false stories out here to make you miss the real truth. That's how it works. Every true story, they're going to put enough false narratives out here that once you hit enough of them false narratives, you say, man, forget it. I ain't got time to fool with this. And then they're undercover to give you the truth. That's how they get you away from it. So you gotta, and like a lot of times, like some people, they keep looking for news stories, keep looking, they'll feed you. I told these cookies, they'll feed you. They'll keep feeding you, and all they gotta do is get the wrong report out there, you just shot yourself in the foot. They do it. Listen, this is what people don't realize, okay? News have what they call the people that get them information? Sources. These are people that give you information inside people. Let me see. You got inside sources that's emailing you. What's your email hooked to? Hooked to the internet. This stuff run to a server. That's an IP address. Hypothetically, Cam is he's a newspaper writer, an editor. He popping up with all this information about the CIA, FBI, DEA, information nobody should know except somebody there inside. What make y'all think we don't have a tap on his phone on his computer? This is information about our stuff that nobody should know. Why would people be so dumb and not realize that's the first thing we're gonna do? And once they start getting hit with ghost numbers, we the one taught you how to do this. So when y'all meeting, what make you think we're already not following him? You think we're going to leave all this just to phones and computers to follow him? We're going to follow this man to catch him in one of these meets with these people. Because this is what they don't realize, even with Navy SEAL, this is what they do when they get these people. When they let these people go, they keep up with them. They never let you go when you got no top security clearance. They never let you go when we train you how to undercover, how to sweep into a country and take people out and get back out. You think we're not going to keep up with you? I don't know what these folks think. You think we let you go? You know how to sweep in and kill a person and make it look like a diversion and it was something else happen. You don't think we keeping up with you? You ain't never going nowhere. Because we know what we train you how to do. And what you don't realize, what we train you how to do is just like a gun when it shoots. Every gun has its own signature how it shoots. So when you go pull that kill move, we already know who done it. You think they just release? I don't know what these folks, a lot of stuff, I don't know. So these people that they get them for sources, you do know these are their people. They give you enough information, they give you some bogus information that shoot you in the foot. That's how they operate. It look good on TV that these people just walk up and we sit down in a diner with all these people. I'm some CIA top operative, but I got on shades. And we talking to me. I tell you, just don't use my name. What make y'all think they won't kidnap their bastard and torture him when they find out who told him? This is not a hard job. You come up missing. Steph Rich, he was a writer from the Democratic Party too. And he had 35,000, covered her 35,000 emails nobody could find from Benghazi. Most of you don't know what Benghazi is, okay? That's the embassy over in Libya, okay? Hillary Clinton used the government stuff, and she the one that passed the rule that you could not use the government stuff for your own personal stuff, and she did it. 35,000 emails she had. That explained out a whole bunch of stuff that they did. Steph Rich uncovered them. Now, Steph Rich is right now on the run. Oh, that's right, he dead. He walked out of the nightclub and decided to walk down the street. I don't know why you just walk out of the nightclub and leave your car and start walking. But when he did, he mysteriously got robbed. And he was killed right there on the street. They left his Rolex watch and all his money in his pocket. And you know how the police still deem it today? This was a robbery. Left his watch on, his phone, and everything else he had, and he is dead, and they can't find him 35,000 emails. To this day, they still ruled it. It was a robbery. That is the official story for his killing, a robbery. Now you think the police that stupid? Or some people upstairs over them that let them know this is how you're going to rule this. Case closed. So I don't believe a lot of that stuff folk come up with. So please don't think I know y'all do, y'all because y'all happy head. Y'all just looking for stuff. And y'all, I don't believe none of that stuff, man. I know how these people work. They don't let nothing get by they don't want to get by. Every now and then little stuff snip by, but you said they get you. Look at Julian Assange. When he kept popping up with that stuff, that's amazing. Y'all remember Julian Assange? Wikipedia, WikiLeaks was one of the hottest things out here on the computer. They were the hottest news out here. That man was rolling. He was wiping them. And he is no longer here. When they got through that joke, what he got? He got 6 rape charges in Sweden. They finally dropped. They left him trapped sitting inside of an embassy. He was trapped in, Ecuador gave him asylum, so he was able to stay inside their dome. That embassy just like your land, that's sovereign land. So he had to stay inside that office. Ecuador said he can stay right down. They're like, y'all can't come on our property and take him. And he managed to stay. He would open the window and talk to people out the window. It was an easy takedown. All they had to do was just wait on. All they did was just change the elections over there, put a new person in rule. That joker said he can't stay down no more. He got to go. They said we've been waiting on this one. Sweden got him and played around with him. Then shot him to England. England got him. Then he got a transfer over here. America said, no, we don't want him. He could do time over in a French prison. That's for all that little stuff. That's how the other girl, Chelsea Manning, who ran it. See how they traced all the way down to how he got it? Chelsea Manning, who went and got the sex change, who pulled the file out, and the one they traced down and get everybody. I don't know what y'all folks thinking. I don't be believing that stuff. Let me tell you, y'all can believe that fool. I don't believe none of that stuff. The new people can't be that stupid. You want me to, hey, I'm a top FBI person, and I'm county intelligence, and I got all this secret information. I said, you better keep that damn stuff away from me. I'll call the police on you right now. Man, you finna get yourself killed. Man, I'm finna call the police on you. Who you talking to? Man, that's crazy. Right? Like, that's crazy. Well, you know, I know my people. Y'all, I need y'all to do that here. Tell me here. Make sure you hear. Y'all can't believe all this stuff. These secret service, I don't believe all these folks. Man, these folks wipe you out of here, man. They always, let me see, Run Brown. Listen, on his way to court, they were flying him. Got on the first plane, it caught on fire, they landed. Put him on another plane, it blew up in midair. On his way to go testify about the Clinton's involvement in drugs. What's the chance that 2 planes you catch on fire? When they got the first one down, they put him the second, it just blew up in midair. Guess what happened with that case? That's how they do business. All the news they let y'all get, that they let these people tell you, is news they don't give a damn about. They don't care about that stuff. Stuff they care about, they wipe you out of here, man. Them people get rid of your whole existence. Listen, y'all watch this, just kind of focus. They're like all these people that vaccine. This is what I learned. If I read that story, I had that vaccine, somebody ass on the line. Not tomorrow, today. When you tell me I have immune deficiency disorder, where you think you're going when you gave me this shot? The treatment finna be your grave. Now these people don't, look at all these folks, them folks should be all over the place. They should be up in an uproar. Them folks done blamed us, fought us. Y'all the people, why the thing ain't working. If everybody get vaxxed, everybody, notice you don't hear that no more. Now, guess what they told Kyrie? That's what they told everybody in the NBA. All of those who have not been vaccinated, you can play. After you done forced all these guys, listen, Kyrie, the only one held in check wouldn't do it. Kyrie said, I ain't playing. They like, you hurting the team. Kyrie said, I ain't playing, I ain't getting it. Now, all them bastard guys, they just came out and announced yesterday, they said, listen, you can play. Every unvaccinated player can play now. How pissed would you be when you were looking at, I got to take care of my family, I got to get it. They saying it for the best for me and my family, and now I find I ain't got to get it. What changed? How is it still not the best? COVID ain't gone. And if COVID gone, you ought to really feel stupid. That you ran out here, let these folks suck you down and give you their foods, and now you sitting here looking at death doors. I'm with the people. I'm pissed for them. I mean, I'm hurt for them because there's a lot of people who did it off of the belief that this was the right thing to do. Teacher, you can't come to school. T-Mobile get ready to fire all these people who not getting vaccinated. Now, why had they turned? Look at think of how many people ran and got vaccinated to keep their job. And as soon as you done got it, you get their order, they saying, no, for those who hadn't got vaccinated, we're just going to go ahead and let you come to work. I told y'all will get, listen, I'm saying this on a figure of speedway. It sure been good to see one of y'all get it, though. Said you around here, boy, I tell you, boy, you just shows a dumbass. No dumbass, you's a dumbass. You sat here and ran out of him, and I told you don't do it, and you sit here stuck with you got something. There's something, someone here ain't laughing, they're like, they cold, they hot, they shivering and shaking. I try to tell y'all, it come back around. I know it look like what they say. You know how many times they told me, you're not making your members go. I said, I ain't making them do nothing, I ain't getting no shot. I said, I ain't keeping these, you teach them. I said, I'm not teaching. Listen, if y'all want, what I told y'all, if you want to get out and I tell you, I said, you ain't lose your member, you get it. I just want to I want to just tape you out and let them folks watch you. Listen, I talked to somebody. Troy, head nurse over the place, told me that they have a mass drive of 30-year-olds coming in that are stroking out from that shot. Said the in the 30s, the people in their 30s got it. So that's a mass movement of them strokes. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate y'all not getting it. But had you got it, you'd be a good person to have in here right now. I just tape your little ear out, let her white. We're going to put on a mask. Because you got them AIDS, boy. Yeah, we're going to put on a mask. They'll around like that, mess these people up. I'm being with y'all. Listen, all them folk they gave them shot to, them the weakest of our people. Ain't no way they get, I got what? Y'all forced me to get this shot. Hold on, how about, but let me tell you when I knew this thing was bad. When doctors and surgeons are walking off their job. Y'all are the people that administrate. Listen, some of the people quit and went to work at Walmart. You can't even compare them salaries. Nobody looked at this. Why would a healthcare professional give up your career, 10 years of school, to what, from a vaccination? Listen, you got majors, you got colonels that walked off from the military. Listen, they was at retirement. That makes no sense to these guys will tell you who walks off and you finna get retirement. Right. This is a lifetime payment. Right. Like, especially when you talking about a major, yes, a colonel. Yes, do you know how much money these guys make? Yes, sir. When these guys they'll tell you, you don't throw away that kind of career. Man, that's your whole life. You walking out, listen, man, the money you gonna make after military. People call you in the news pundit. You are an expert. You've been an intelligent. These folks walk. Listen, they had one guy. He said, "I don't give a damn." He walked right out. Listen, he was finna get his stuff in a couple of months. He don't give a damn. He walked off. These people know stuff. Yeah. They don't just walk off. No. They purposely put them people. Them people knew. We know what y'all doing. You ain't give me no shot. Yeah. Y'all got sergeants, other people who putting these folks make $20-something $100 a month on top of whatever you make out here, and they just walk off. You done put 20-something years in the military. Because these people ain't stupid. They know what's going on. That's when other people should have been questioning. Why are these people? Listen, San Francisco, all them police walk. Listen, these folks lost hundreds of police officers behind the vaccination. Why would these people walk off? I had a police officer, she hit me. When did me her talking? She showed me my car, I was standing. She said, look at this screen. She just showed me all these folks. Listen, in the house, dead, cold. She said, look at the screen. She said, I ain't getting no damn shot. She said, I can have this and this gun. She said, I can have it. She said, I got a lawnmower. She said, I got more pieces on my lawnmower. She said, I can have this job. She said, I ain't getting no shot. She said, I'm watching these people. She said, got blood clots coming up behind them. She said, listen, she said, look, she said, look at this screen. She said, look at these folks in here. These folks, these calls, they got these folks in the house dead. All these folks, COVID. She said, look at COVID. She said, look at these calls. Look at them. She said, I ain't getting no shot. She said, they can have that gun. A lot of folks told they can have it. You can have it before I get it. What did they know? Why nobody didn't question? What did you know? Let me get it. You ready to run in him, somebody shoot, get you down to your family and take a shot trying to protect y'all, risk my life, but I ain't gonna take no shot. Them folks say I'm safe for shooting at somebody back and forth and getting that shot. Think about it. Firefighter, I'm running your house burning, your baby in there. You out here, you need to be there getting your baby. I'm out here with a water hose. I'm gonna run in the house, chop the door, and that's gonna let oxygen, which might blow me straight back out if it closed. Run in here to try to rescue your baby, get your dog or your cat, get your hamster, trying to get these folks out of here and get your pets. That's true, they're gonna have to rescue the animal. You lose your job, you leave the animal now. Oh, you fired. But you ain't gonna take the vaccination. The people that vaccinated should be pissed. Because you've been in our faith running us down. How about New York? Can't go to the grocery store. Can't go to, you know how many folks have gone to jail because they couldn't go in the courthouse behind? Now the door open. I'll be pissed. I'll be pissed, man. Somebody owe me something. And no, there's no movement. Eddie Bastille, look how they faking away. Ukraine. You've been punked. You got that shot. Oh, I sent this on my family. I hit them. I got a thread or something. I hit them joker. But when I hit me, they said, what you doing? They called us, what you doing? I said, they said, you don't send no stuff like that, no text thread. I said, I just want y'all to see it. I said, oh. They said, no. I know they vaccinated. I hit them. They hit me. They said, oh, this, I got to cut. They said, don't be doing that. They said, you don't send no stuff like that, no text thread. I started hitting more for. First I know vax. Oh, I've been hitting them. Listen, I just been hitting them. I want to know where your head at. I had folks sitting in my face. They said, oh yeah, me and my wife, man, we getting ready to go back out the country again, man. For real? Oh, you getting a text? You finna get? I just thought no. Oh, you getting hit with it? I'm gonna get him, and I want to know what you think. But I said something, them folks hit me, they like, oh my goodness. I already know what oh my goodness means. You got it, don't you? You got it, don't you? Yeah, I know you got, I'm hitting everybody I know. I just want you to see. I want to see where your head at. Think of Amy Smith, you'd have went down there and got that shot. You'd have been, oh, her daughter, my sister got it too. She got hit with it. I hit her with it. Oh, she got hit. She got it. Oh man, the guy's like, how you feel? You know what's gonna make these people really snap? This is what you look at with the whole thing. They're calling it AIDS, and how we look at AIDS is how this is a sexually transmitted disease from homosexuals. And that's it. If I told you I had AIDS, what you think? Oh, he probably got a blood transfer. Gay man, homosexual, that's how I contracted, right? The fact that the shot has broken their immune system down, and now you're saying AIDS It really should be just, these folks should be so inflamed right now. Because you got to go tell everybody, hey man, cuz I got AIDS. You like, man, you knocked out. Man, nigga, go grab that joker, sling that joker out. They like, man, don't you grab me? What's wrong with you? That messed him up. Kasha said it. That's how I call it. He said, no, your news story didn't say that. Yours said HIV. His news story said HIV. Your story didn't even say that. It said make them susceptible to AIDS. Could make them more susceptible to contracting HIV. Yeah, you had overreached before it came out though. That was your story did not say the exact same thing that this article. How many of y'all read the article, read the statement he had? Was it saying the same thing? It did not. It said made them susceptible to contracting HIV. So it did not read it. They read it, am I correct? They did not read the same way though. But it was because they still, what they trying to do, and you got to look at these people, they still trying to figure it was going to get out. And it's going to keep getting out. So they're going to have to keep putting this on the war. They're going to have to put this on Black Lives Matter. They're trying to put on Facebook. Russia linking them to some kind of almost terrorist organization because of the information they put out, letting people say kill Putin on or whatever. So they're going to use everything they can to keep people away from it and keep you folks on gas prices. Either they're going to drop them or go up. So you get people on stuff, they feel like this what matter. But we looking at these folks, and you know, it been people said it before, that people with the vaccine who's been vaccinated were actually more dangerous to us. Y'all don't remember that? Yeah. They came out trying to tell us then. They say if you've been vaccinated, you're actually more dangerous. Now we got to go treat them like, you know, it was a guy in New York, California. He put a sign up on his door. You know what he put up there and said? No vaccinated. He was that pissed with these folks. How they did. He put that, listen, he had a sign, he told her, no vaccinated people in his store. He said, they going to discriminate against people that's unvaccinated. He said, I don't want no vaccinated people in here. Do y'all know how many people they done locked up in there? They locked a couple up. A couple for coming in a restaurant eating and they hadn't been vaccinated. They went to jail. What y'all going to do with these people y'all done locked up? You think about it, you and your wife, you and your spouse, or just you and your friend, y'all sit in a restaurant eating, somebody come say, y'all got a vaccination? You're like, huh? Well, no, we don't. That thing, you know, you're not, hey, y'all need to go ahead and leave, that's what I'm saying? Just pay for your food, get through, we'll put it to go buy. You still pissed. You talking about you going to jail. This is a criminal offense. And now you done had all them folks feeling good. They need to go to jail. Hit him recklessly like that. We finna say that to you now. Now they said, and I'm gonna say that I really don't want to fight vaccinated people. They got enough problem. That's just being honest. This ain't no slap on. That's pretty serious. That you got to sit there in your house, man. Either you, your wife, or your kids are gonna contract this. Somebody gonna get the whole house back. That's all. And these folks were ready to shoot these. You remember they just stopped them from shooting these babies. Pfizer just came up wanting to start putting in babies. They just shut them down. What, 6 months? A baby already ain't got an immune system. It's not even built up to protect nothing. I told y'all these folks been trying to kill them. I don't know why we still here. I don't know what you gonna do. Well, how you gonna be your healthcare worker? You know how many doctors say, I'm not gonna treat you, your kid, I'm not gonna treat, have they been vaccinated? I can't treat them. Doctor will put y'all here, unless you vaccinate, you couldn't come in the office. You couldn't get a surgery, nothing unless you vaccinate. You know how many people were forced to get that vaccinated to get a surgery? Y'all know how many people have died from that? There's a lot of people got that shot, went right down the hill. We got work down there with his dad-in-law got that shot. So he said, man, we're doing good. Listen, took him down and wiped him out. 6 months out of him. He said, I told him, him my mom, I told him don't get that shot. He said, wasn't nothing wrong with the man. Listen, wiped him out. He ain't finna die, he gone. Wiped him out, broke him down, gone. I'm trying to tell you, but you know what? It's a system. Don't fight the vaccinated people. I say some stuff humorous, and it is to a degree on the fact that you made us look like we were the damn fools. You made it look like we didn't care about nobody. You out here reckless, and you the one that caused it. And you're like, well, so how, if you got what is the vaccinated? The vaccinated to keep you from getting it. Well, I couldn't possibly give it to you if you got the vaccinated. That makes no sense. But see, because once everybody get it, then I start getting, that don't make no sense. You can't be that stupid. If it's against the vaccine is against COVID, how the damn thing know whether or not I got it or it's in the air? It's supposed to be against COVID. It makes no sense that the shot can differentiate between in the air and coming from you. Which, again, you got to have a brain. At some point, you got, and like Obama, when did I tell you about Obama? You seen Obama? He had a scratchy throat. Where he at? What's scratching? Did y'all hear he said it wasn't nothing but, why wouldn't you sing? Show your face. Make the rest of us feel good enough to get the shot, which we ain't gonna get it. Come on, convince me why I need it. These bastards in the hospital, they have to be laid up, then they come and yeah, man, we want for that shot. It been worse than that. How do you know this? You in the y'all done been them folk laid up in the hospital with COVID. You know they don't even report the people who are vaccinated when they get it. Do y'all know they don't report that to y'all? They don't show you them people. What you think gonna happen if you watch them people laying up in the hospital, suffering and sitting in ICU? Exactly. Don't be surprised Clarence Thomas falling down if behind that vaccination. Don't be surprised. Check and see he was vaccinated. I'm sure Dave ain't even know that. Listen, all of a sudden he just walking just done fell out. He just walked and fell out. They know what it is. They know what didn't happen. But they ain't gonna try to play it like something. Yeah, go ahead and retire. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, they know what didn't happen. All them folk done ran and trucked the system. They wiping these folks out. They wiping them out. Especially you gonna be somebody gonna stand for some type of family value, even though he don't live with his teeth. And you gonna stand against homosexuality. You gonna stand against the abortion right. Those two are the major drive they got in America. The homosexual agenda and these folks out here want to kill these babies. And now they tell me you can kill them 28 days after they born. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with y'all. This me right here. I wouldn't even comment about it for the simple fact that it wasn't no different you kill them when they first start, once they first start taking life. It's the same thing. Really, they'll let you kill them when they get. So listen, anybody should be able to kill their own kid. That's where y'all think they're going. They're going to be able to kill your kid. You can kill your kid. 28 days, 3 years, 5 years, 20 years, 18 years old, 30. What's the difference? Oh, they but 28 days. That's gonna be a wordplay too. Watch them. They getting away. Listen, the whole word. What y'all think? Look at these bastards that's running the country. Every one of them. Trump, the crippled old white man. Then you got another crippled old white man in here that sitting here got brain farts. What y'all think y'all expecting? The man got a literal ding-a-ling for his vice president. Vice President Penis. That's a disgrace. Then we sit here having to fight. I should be able to come in here. I should be able to walk in here and go straight into educating y'all. Unfortunately, this is the world we live in. And these churches are going to drag them in Sundays, make a fool out of them, give them a good Jesus speech, and then look at you dying. You're losing your kids. We've been lost them. We used to look at white people and they couldn't control their kids. You look at them, you're like, them white kids. We went to the grocery store, it was white kids. Never grew up seeing no black kid falling out in the store. It was white kids. Now our kids do it. We got to run down the aisle and chase our kid and kill. That was white stuff. What about to run down the aisle chasing me? I trained my kid to say, why you do the grocery store? Hold that buggy. That here ready to talk me. I know y'all ain't gonna do it. Hold that buggy. Hold that buggy. That's what you gotta do. Stay with that buggy. If they kidnap you, they better get that buggy too. Isn't that right? Come so finna be damn mad I found my grocery gone. And one thing you done grabbed one of my children, but now you done got my grocery. Isn't that right? That's a double entendre. That's crazy. But here we are in the land of America that everybody loves so much that Josh say he ain't never seen a country better or greater than this one here. And he has a great love for Kanye. And we appreciate that love. Give him a hand clap for that love he got for Kanye. He had opportunity to get delivered and leave, but he said he liked that Ferris wheel in Kanye. So he decided to stay. We appreciate them hanging in here with Kanye. But at the end of the day, what we gonna do? I'm telling y'all, man, we gotta do something. We done. Once you get everybody's immune system weakened down, listen, all those people they just crippled this nation even worse now. It's gonna keep us from unifying. Because the non-vets gonna fight the vaccinated and say, see, and we ain't looking at it. Stop it. Let's stop. Let me say this. Those people didn't just go get it. If those people had known the information, they wouldn't have done it. I don't believe. I'm not gonna say they ain't so stupid. No, nobody do that. Nobody gonna walk on the line and get in there and gonna say we get to it, it's a chance you get AIDS. That's off the table. They didn't tell those people that. They misinformed. They scared everybody to get no shot. That's why y'all didn't see Fauci talking about stepping down now. Everybody who get, oh yeah, Fauci said he get ready to go. They asked him about he gonna leave. He said, yeah, they said, you think you'll stay to the end of COVID? You know what he said? He said, look like it gone. That was Fauci said that. They want to bring Fauci up on criminal charges. Y'all don't know that, do it? The Republican Party wanted, y'all don't, it's the same Fauci. Remember Ron Paul fought him when he questioned him? Because he kept going there trying to tell him, you getting these people false information, and they made it look like it Rand Paul. Rand Paul here. He's a doctor, his father doctor. They saying your research, they ran the nigga down, the Surgeon General for Florida. He been told everybody. He been told them folks, he said the mask don't work. He said there's no scientific, I seen an interview with him, person saying, listen, they want to know what their man credential impeccable. Oh, he's serious. He ain't just no doctor, he done it all. He said my degree is in clinical research. He said there's no scientific information that masks do anything. He said they don't have it and they couldn't even produce it. When they interviewed him, he had no mask on. Ron DeSantis came out and told him, said, listen, Florida had the low admission rate and we don't push the mask. He said, he been cut off in school. He said, he fought the school board. He said, if y'all impressed, he said, I'm taking your checks. He left the money. He said, you ain't getting paid. He said, you go ahead and enforce the mandates in them schools. He said, you won't get paid. All them organizations, federal government jumped in. Oh, we got to pay. Now all of a sudden everybody come back. Where we going to class? Take off your mask. All these folk done ran off and quit their job. $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year because they been told they're going to catch it in school and kill everybody. They done made a mess out of everybody. Just made a complete mess. Everybody tried to for herd immunity was going to be the best thing. Once everybody caught it, it was going to make a break. Because now your immune system was going to build it up. They don't want you to get better. They need you. Now, guess what all them folks going to be? Now all them folks be a spirit. You just took an experiment, they finna give you another one. Y'all see did y'all read the article? Can we put the article up right quick? Y'all all right. I just want to see that article. I think can y'all put that article up? For those that at home that ain't see it, they need to see it. I want people to just look at where you at. This is the system people trust in. I mean, the founding fathers tried to tell y'all about these people. When the people don't trust the system, they should take the system down and establish a new one. That's what they did. Listen, I don't know why folks don't think we can't do what these white folks did here. You can break off from these people. That's what they did. When they didn't agree with the system in England, they broke off from it. Look at him. Boris Johnson over there. He sat down. Listen, soon they started talking about they going to set it down. Listen, whole time they came out immune. Everybody get immune. Everybody stepped. Nobody come out the house. Nobody doing nothing. This bastard been having a drinking party. No bag. Y'all didn't see the picture? Are you serious? They calling for Boris Johnson to come down. They want him down. They want him out of office. Man, they've been like 3 times. Listen, them jokers have been in the house partying, getting drunk, and no man. They got pissed. Listen, somebody been taking piss. They ain't all drunk. He said he won't apologize. He said he'll apologize. He said, listen, what we're going to do, we trust the people of England. And we're going to let them decide. They can take off their masks. We're no longer going to fight that. Oh, no, boo, boo. Where you coming from? Right. How about all these folks sitting in Canada lost their trucks? Nobody, you don't hear nothing about that. Them folks went to jail. They were talking about $100,000 fine. Are these fines going to be released out of these people? Are these people going to be those folks are on the line for us. Saying, no, you're not making them get no immunity. See, this is what happened to everybody. Y'all know every day I text about this stuff. How many of y'all follow me on Twitter? Every morning I make my business text about knowing it. I said, don't forget about it because they make us forget. They give you a new news story. Who's paying for them people trucks? Those people lost their job. Them people stood out in the freezing cold protesting against them making us get those shots. Now they doing. Now they backing off because of what those people did. Y'all, you know what? Y'all make it hard for people to want to fight for y'all. Y'all will leave a nigga in prison, man. Y'all don't care. When I'm talking about y'all, I'm talking about everybody. Folks with you when you out there, soon as something else comes, they'll walk and leave you. Look at them white folks from January 6th. They still talking about them. Patriots. I get in office, I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna give them all pardon. They still find, they saying, that whole thing fishy. We don't believe the whole story. You looking at the same thing, what you don't believe? Take their gun, shoot them with it. Take their spray, hang them, kill Mike Pence. What part you don't believe? They still get the benefit of the doubt. They still got support. Those people are still getting monies. where people are supporting them. They got senators on their side. And you know how hard they're going to be to convict these people? You got senators in here and Congress who pass laws. The laws that judges enforce are coming from Congress. Most of these folks didn't know how they come. Don't y'all know they're setting this whole thing up? When these folks change the law for us? Yeah, that's how bad it is for us. It's bad. Y'all don't realize it's bad. And they give you some new news story. First thing you do, you forget about why we ain't heard nothing about what happened. What was the outcome of them people in Canada? Did they get their trucks back? Are those people out of jail? And they was out there for us. Freezing cold. Got their truck snatched up, $100,000 fine, in jail. I'll be pissed with everybody. Now all of a sudden they wiping these mandates. Don't nobody appreciate us coming and putting ourselves on the line? Same thing with these marches. When we come out against something, they just give us another news story. Everybody go home, it's over with. What happened? Did the system change? We shouldn't have went home. You don't give up to if the system don't change, then you didn't do anything. You can't say, okay, we're going to get rid of the chief of police. Let them resign, and we say we got rid of them, and we paid you your contract, and you go to another place and get a job. So if you was a problem here, what you going to be somewhere else? And then what we do, we get the news story say, don't report where they at. Do anybody know where the former chief of police went, the white lady they fired? Louisville, Kentucky. And how many stories have you seen about her since that? 2 or 3, what she's done? She put a billboard in front of downtown. Recruiting Atlanta PD in Louisville, Kentucky. Oh, trying to get them to come to Kentucky. They going too. If I were them, I'd leave too. See that? Got another job. Don't you know you get all your contract money? Which means you got all, let me see, you let me go, fire me, you got to pay for the new. We came to a mutual agreement. You paid me my contract off. I got all my money early and I got another job and I'm getting that. That's a bad deal, ain't it? What if she could have kept her job and stayed here and had to finish out that contract? And then you put a billboard in Atlanta, recruiting Atlanta. You know how many white boys finna rub that with her? And let these niggas have it. It didn't make sense to fire her. She wasn't the person involved with that shooting at that window. And the truth be told, I don't know what nigga doing. He brought that on himself. Man, let me tell you something. Grab me and hit me in my face and see what you get. I ain't even think about no taser. I'm thinking, laying you out like for school clothes. We'll deal with the consequences. You think you finna grab me and flip me over and take my taser and punch me in my face? I'm finna be chasing you? And then you turn around and shoot a taser at me? You did everything that was wrong. That's right. I don't know how you got a dime. Them 2 kids in the car and went on Good Morning America telling them all that shaking like they were victims. Them same bastards had already been stopped and told to leave. The mayor, Keisha Lamb Bottom, the asshole, is the one that told them that everyone had to be off that street. They had already told them before to leave. And when they came up to the car, they were trying to get him out of the car. He went over the door. That's what the picture you saw, Bill, when you saw them busting the window out. They didn't show you that they were trying to get, when the police not gonna tell you, you think we're gonna just, oh, we can't go in, you got a window. We just got through arguing with you about leaving this spot. He came right back again. They were trying to get him out the car. They wouldn't get out. He sat there like he didn't pay attention. You didn't pay attention. He was looking straight like he ignored him and left that door. So what you think they're going to do, bust your window out? Right. They look like they just, when they showed up, they're like they were just riding down the street, this couple, and the police just jumped and beat them up. Yeah. Go and look and see if them officers got fired. They didn't. That whole thing was a scam. They set that stuff up. She had to go back and retract. They were pissed. She wasn't going to run for Atlanta Mayor no more. They were pissed with her because she was the one made the call. See, they always show you a story, have you running behind something, make it look like, and these niggas getting paid, and that's what make our story. That's what it hurts us when we have real issues. Right, right. The fact yours is your stuff is just a bunch of junk. Right. This is your stupidity. The police just stopped and told, hey, y'all gotta go. You gotta go. We just got through arguing with you to do, and you gonna come right back. Time we were looking for our friend. Then I hope you found him. That taser should have shook you up real good. Then somehow all they like they all shaking, they all hurting. I get a nigga fired up, man, get the hell out of here. Huh? Holding us up with this foolishness. Listen, if you black, you wrong, you wrong. I'm not for one saying you black do what you want to do. That's stupid. That's the same argument we got against white people, that they do what they want to do. Then we gonna come on and let black people do the same thing? That's stupid. Yeah, that's a little different. Y'all want to hear that. All right, let's look at this right quick so I can get ready to move forward. Y'all can cut the heat down. Is the heat on in here? I see Chess out there fan. You hot out there? Oh, you hear that? He talking about, yeah, you ain't gonna do nothing. Just stop telling me, he ain't gonna do nothing. How you got, he ain't gonna do nothing. He talking about, yeah. How you feeling anyway though, Dwight? You feel all right? Y'all seen that what? March 23rd, it's on Wednesday. And what we'll do, we'll look up that doctor name, we'll make sure she's a real physician. Are y'all hot? It's a little warm in here now. It had gotten warm under these lights. Yeah, it's a little warm. We ain't gonna be able to satisfy everybody. We'll break the chill a little bit. Let's get the article. Oh, this a picture of the doctor right here, the physician. That's who? That's who set the thread? Well, let's see what she said. Millions will get AIDS from COVID shot by the fall. Boy, I tell you what, boy, I tell you the truth. A frontline doctor who has been treating patients that have taken the, let me tell you what shouldn't have been said, okay? This in itself is a problem. It's only experimental until the FDA approves it. So if the FDA approved it, let's take out experimental. But they're putting here that they did this for a reason if people pay attention, okay? Once the FDA has mandated it and go ahead and regulate it, it's no longer called experimental. Got it? So now the goal is the person who wrote this story, you got to pay attention to what people do when they give you stories. They're trying to tell you this was an experiment. I don't care what they told you they mandated and regulated, it was an experiment. You don't know how experiment gonna go into the outcome, correct? If somebody doing so, you said, what you doing, Dad? He said, well, I'm experimenting. Oh, that means it's gonna be right. I don't know how this is gonna come out. I'm trying something to see how it's gonna work. So the fact they said that this is how you write and you do stuff and you hit people who got sense to catch stuff, other people, they ain't gonna pay nothing. I don't know why they put it there. That should be say FDA. That's right, experimental COVID shots. Was recently interviewed concerning what sort of adverse effects she is seeing among those patients with an S. And she has seen a rise in acquired immune deficiency syndrome, AIDS, among the so-called non-vaccinated. Ain't no none. Yes, we are seeing vaccine-related acquired immune deficiency in the hospital. Now from the triple vax. That means that people got the first two and grabbed the third one. And they told you now you need a fourth one. It is a vax injury. See, she's telling you where it's coming from. It's because the injury that you're suffering, the immune deficiency, is because of the vax. The vax is the cause of the injury. And we are not really certain how to treat this. So what we're doing at this point, experimental treatments, because we don't know how to treat it. Dr. Elizabeth Eds, I guess her name is, told USA watchdog Greg Hunter, we are kind of throwing the kitchen sink at it. We're just grabbing everything. The kitchen sink was what you always use when people say you throw everything in the kitchen sink. That's the last thing to do. That means everything we're doing ain't working, and now we don't throw the kitchen sink at it. Y'all got it? We are trying to use everything we can think of to boost up the CD4 and the CDB counts and reverse this collapse of calamity, of this immune collapse. It's very stunning. It's bad. By the fall, they're saying millions gonna have it, millions of people. These millions of people gonna be working well, living well. And what you think they're gonna look at for recourse? Who you think they're gonna be pissed with? No. People not that smart. You'll be smart with those that didn't get it. Okay, let's see what happened. Let me see. People with AIDS. Let me see, this guy worked at Burger King, had AIDS. I'm trying to remember when he went back at the person he had sex with, or was he masturbating in the mayonnaise for everybody who got the Whopper? Do y'all know how many of these people have been caught doing this stuff? Because they feel they had a woman in Texas. She was going around sleeping with people. And she was writing on there, letting them know, welcome to the world of AIDS. You remember that? Why wasn't she going back to the person who gave it to her? There was a woman in Atlanta, down at Chart. Y'all remember Chart Disco? She was sleeping with them, and some of the people came up on the news and had something, but you know, everybody face off. She was sleeping with them guys, and she would leave on the mirror in lipstick, welcome to the wonderful world of AIDS. I heard a radio interview from the lady in Texas that was doing it. She said she didn't give a damn. She said, listen, she called in the radio show. They were trying to fight. They said, we want to get you help. She said, she don't want to. She said, I'm going to get all them MFers. Who remember that, the woman in Texas? She did a radio interview. You remember she did a radio interview back then. She was calling the show, let them know. She said, I'm going to get all them MFers. She said, one was married. She called you stupid. You won't use a condom. She said she's going to get every one of them. She said she had it. She's going to give it to them. That's right. Some of them married and went right back home to their wives. Some of these vaccinated people, you ain't gonna believe it, these single people. They probably stopped sleeping around. They probably say, you let wear some protection because I had that booster. What y'all think gonna happen? Don't y'all know it eventually is gonna cycle around to the non-vaccinated? Where y'all think they're going? People can think it's gonna stay among, it's not gonna stay among them. It's gonna generate all the way back up. That's how you take people out. They gave it to the head roaches and let them take it back to the nest and mess up the rest of the roaches. It was the easiest way. You give it to the roaches, let them go home. Let them kiss, hug, roll, and hang out with each other and transmit it. Because you know, be transmitting saliva, other ways you can get it too. Oh yeah, they tell you, that's amazing. AIDS know it means you tongue it, the spit don't transfer, but I got blood in my spit because you can do the DNA whether or not a child in mine. But you can only get it through blood. Some stuff people say don't make common sense. How does it know not to translate when we tongue or blah, 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 tongue boxing? And they can take my spit and do a DNA test because my blood is in my spit. A lot of this stuff attached to your DNA. Your DNA is in your spit. Some of these folks do it, they spit on people's burgers. Oh, they have them do that too. Spit on people's burgers, spit on their food. That's why I watch some of these places. You can't mess with everybody. I know everybody, we come with these folks dangerous out here. And those people who come up with this vaccinated, who done got vaccinated, just what? Y'all see how they gonna come out? It's gonna be against us. That's why I'm trying to calm it out. Listen, let's not go there now, because it'd be like the book said, why should you die before time? That's the truth. You will be overly wicked, you're gonna die before time. Let's just go ahead and look at the source of who caused this. If they gave it to you, let me tell you what happened. They also got a reversal. They're not going to tell these people, because you know why? You just been told that food shortage. It's going to be of a necessity these people die. A large drove of them die. And you know who you're going to blame? You're going to blame China. Because had China in the Wuhan lab not been playing with it, that's your real person who you need to fight. None of these people going to step and look at. You got to ask yourself, why was it that Pfizer was the main dose that they were giving people? They ran Johnson & Johnson off. Okay, remember, they were called stroking women. Y'all remember that? Johnson & Johnson had, y'all remember that? You know you don't hear about Johnson & Johnson shot. Johnson & Johnson was causing effect in women. They were having strokes. They had to move that one back out the way. They kept pushing Pfizer. Moderna was a better one that actually did more money. You know they gave Pfizer to everybody all over the world. England took the Pfizer. Russia, I'm telling you another problem they got, y'all pay attention. Russia kept trying to tell about you the Spunktanil, the one they made. They said, nope, don't take. They told Europe, do not take it from Russia. You do know it was some country that wouldn't take this one. Take Pfizer. They took Spunktanil. They said, no, we're going to take the one from Russia. They started saying, if you don't take the one from Pfizer, we're going to boycott you. That's how they forced all the islands that got it. Go see who they're using. Everybody use Pfizer. You had Moderna. You could have went over there. It's other countries. Man, pay attention. Madagascar, the first country came up with it. And you know you don't hear nothing about Madagascar. They in trouble right now. They gonna fight them. They try to tell them about getting it to him. They try to assassinate the president. He said, the vaccine? He said, we already got one. He said, what? Listen, attempt came on his life. He gave all Africa, y'all don't know he gave it. Everybody, he sent it to them. Everybody in Africa can get this. You know what they did to them? They don't tell y'all nothing about this. The European countries told them if they use it, they're going to put sanctions on them. Do y'all know all them African countries got that stuff locked up, they can't even use it? They all took Pfizer. Madagascar gave it to him. Everybody that withstand these people, look at him. Now, he don't look so crazy now, do he? Madagascar now, we the first person who they came out. Russia said, we the first person. That's all over the news. White folk got it. Then America said, we the first one. Nobody looked at Madagascar. Madagascar the first country to have it. A lot of these countries, they've been told it for this. I mean, we don't have these numbers. We went the same morning. Y'all know how many people they had died from the COVID vaccine? 40. Them niggas had 40 people to die. This stuff walked through here and took out millions. All the world. I said, he said we had about 40. They said all they folk get sick, recover. Guess what they got now? The vaccine. Over in where's your wife? Who? Dominica. At one time, they only had 2 people to die from it. Well, they made them get it. They fought, listen, they let them know they want to bring it. No more cruise ships were coming. That's how they make their money for tourism. We stopped at all cruise ships from coming. We stopped at traveling, and we're going to ban y'all from traveling. Made them get it. You only had 2 people to die from the whole thing. Everybody got recovered. When it first happened, all them people got sick. They brought in Dr. Cuba went, listen, they call it Cuba. It's Cuba. Cuba went around to all them islands. Went, listen, shut them down. Soon they went through it, listen, everybody that's sick got them well. Say, this is what you do to them, and left. America them came behind me, Europe came through, so y'all don't take this shot. They said, we ain't got nothing dead. Yeah, they gonna be started dying. Y'all gotta take this shot. Now get what happened. Go look at their death count now. Oh, they got them now. You know what everybody's saying? It's that COVID. Let me see. That COVID was out. They had 0 deaths. The highest death they had was 2. So that tell you that's from the people just eating. How they eat. There wasn't for no vaccination they took. Only 2 deaths. Extreme, huh? And they made them get the vaccine. Now go find their death count. That's how bad off we are. Y'all folks keep playing with these folks. Only thing all they can do is trying to get right. They're trying to get right. That's the most serious thing you do. We done all these governments together. What government you think finna jump out and say, I was against it, I've been against it, and you're gonna be dead? They're gonna take all your good, they're gonna get you assassinated. The same way they tried to kill, Hades wouldn't take it. How y'all think they wanna kill it? Why y'all think they assassinated the president? He told them they didn't need it. You know, they try to show us, oh, Hades over here, Hades. I talked to some people from Hades, they came up to buy something from me. They were from Hades, and we were talking. I said, man, they bad over there. They looked at me, the husband and wife, they said, yeah. They said, not in Hades. They said, we just got back. I said, yeah, it been on the news. I said, it supposed to be bad. They said, no, it ain't bad at all over there. They're like, I don't know where you getting that news from. They were from Hades, and they were here, and they go back and forth. See, they show us one story. People from there who go back and forth, they said they didn't know nothing about it. Do y'all know they ain't had none effect from this stuff? Never like a cold from this thing and gone. You know those islands they don't show you. They don't show you nobody don't have, because everybody, when this thing first happened, do y'all know these white folks took cruise ship to go over there to Dominica? Did y'all know that? How many of y'all didn't know that? Man, we sent y'all pictures showing cruise ships of these white folk. They flooded them places. These white folk ran out here and ran to them islands and found out what they were doing back on the street. They didn't even tell us that. That's how they make a fool out of you. They get you to believe them, get you to trust. None of these people, look at man, they showing them folks, who are they done accepted Bitcoin for their currency? El Salvador. You look at them folks, they ain't got no mad. Them jokers making so much money, they ain't got no mad. Them folks over there living their life. Y'all ain't seen El Salvador? You know what's amazing? Over here they showing how Bitcoin falling, everybody are doing well. This is the first time they ever been homeowners. These folks are doing well, business owners. They are doing well, and their whole currency is Bitcoin. Our Bitcoin flopping. Let me tell you the whole thing. They give you one value over here, and them people got another value over there. Check your exchange. That's amazing. It's supposed to be the same everywhere it is, ain't it? They give you one. Look at El Salvador not giving no big. Everybody here selling, trying to get out of Bitcoin because they affect the market to get you out, to get your money back in the bank because they hurting. People are breaking off from the dollar. The Saudis done with them. Listen, I ain't no finna be this good. The Saudi got rid of the dollar. They traded in for the yen. Russia told them they ain't taking no dollar. All they taking is root. They ain't taking no euro and no dollar. Y'all didn't know they did it. He heard Russia like, man, listen, we were already getting rid of the dollar. Don't have it, and they're not using the euro. They don't win. Everybody moving over. He using the ruble, they using the yen. Everybody breaking off from over here. That's why he tell you gonna be starvation. These bastards don't grow nothing. All them folks, they talking about Mexico, they gotta kill. You better let them folks know so we can grow some damn food. I'm gonna get me some red pointed toe shoe. I gotta eat. All y'all need to come say, y'all better get y'all sombrego. Talking about no damn Scully. We getting sombregos around here. And Quabos. The peso coming back. Y'all back inside. I don't apologize to everybody. I want to go to the bathroom right now and stick my head over the toilet and tell everybody in Mexico I am so deeply sorry and ashamed for every remark I made. Whenever y'all go back to the bathroom, y'all stand at urine, y'all talk to people and tell them you sorry. Thank you. CC. Isn't that right? The only time you don't say that when they talking to blind people. You don't got CC? No. That's right. Some people here understand. All right, we're going to try to get ready to move forward. Let them sign the cartos around. All of that, Abel. Most High, Kudash Shaba, separated Father, I do again for allowing us to be here to be able to shama your dabaring, which is to hear what the intent to do. I do for the recom that you've given us, for Yahushua HaMashiach, your salvation. I do for the Zabak, which is the sacrifice, the Dam, which covered and sealed us, to giving us an opportunity to be limited by you, that you might seal us and fill us with the Ruach HaKadosh unto the human redemption, which is your spirit of separation. Baraka us that we might have an understanding with it. We might know how to shakar you, which is to prostrate ourselves before you, to adore you. Hadu, which is thanks for all you done and you rendered, the Berif you Shabbat to the Abbath, and to their Benim, which are their children, even to our Benim and to us, giving us an opportunity to consider our latter end. I do for the repentance that you allowed to be spread abroad to many, that we might be able to confess our faults one to another, that the Dam of Yahushua HaMashiach cleanseth us from all kata'im, which are sins. Baraka those that are watching in, those that ask us palau for me with them. Baraka the out-of-towners that be there in the coon. Baraka those in divers, troublous situations and circumstances beyond their control, that yakra upon your shem, which is called upon your name, that you might be their Yeshua, their deliverer, their savior. Be their Yeshua, their salvation, as we seek you for ours. Make us of the Kodashim, which are the separated ones. Baraka us that we might be joint heirs with the Mashiach, which is the anointed one. Baraka and search us and see if there be any Rosha Darak, which are any evil ways. Cast it from us and lead us in the Arak everlasting, which is the way of life. Let the debar of our paw, which are the words of our mouth, let the meditation of our laws, which is of our hearts, be acceptable in your own. And as we prepare to move further, we allow in which we ask that you take full control, that you get the Tahalim, the praise, the Kabud, the glory, and the Shem of Yahushua, Yahushua HaMashiach. Let us all say, Amen. All right, we'll try to get started. I'll try to be mindful. Yahuwah see fit. End of the day, we're here to do one thing, that's to get it right. Here to consider our latter end for all of us. Is that the air on or the heat? I hear something running. Oh, no. We ain't gonna run heat and air. We can't do that. They're gonna clash. We're gonna let them speak the same thing. We just want to break the monotony of it. I'm under these lights with a sweater. It's definitely windy, cold outside. Has anything changed?
No, sir.
Still, I don't know what it is. I walked out my office, them jokers had so much air running and fan. Hey, what out there? I said, I don't know, a geek done got in their system or what? And I'm like, man, it's cold out here. just want to break the monotony of it, but the main thing is let's look at this and see what we need to do to make sure we get it right for all of us. That's the purpose of coming in. With these last y'all mean coming, it's definitely become a situation where we all have to do self-examination, okay? So we're gonna start, y'all know we starting at Romans 15:3. We have the King James perversion. If you watch it on your right-hand side, we have the Latin version, the Dewey Rim, which is supposed to be the one by Jerome. Is that still supposed to be easy copy from Jerome? The Latin Vulgate, is that the Latin Vulgate? Okay, but it's the Dewey Rim version. Okay, yes sir. Romans 15:4. I said 15:3. Well, that's where we're gonna start at. Romans 15:3.
Yes sir.
You'll still get the 4, because you can't be 4 unless you've been 3. Let's see what 3 says. Matter of fact, start at 1 today.
Yes sir.
4 is always out. We ain't gonna change our base. But since we're there, let's go up the first verse. Let's see what it says then. How about that?
Yes sir.
Let's see what 15:1 says. People might say we ducking something. Listen.
We then that are strong
Do what?
ought to bear the infirmities of the weak.
Can we look at what infirmities are? Physical or mentally weak. Okay? That makes sense? We then that are strong ought to bear the physical or the mental weakness of others. That's something that we had to consider, because you got to remember, think of everything as a body, a whole. The difference when you look at medicine, traditional medicine, they'll tell you they're practicing, which means they're experimenting. That's what they're doing. Based off of a couple of successes, tests, they'll start to just keep implementing the experiment, okay? And call it a medication to cure. But they have more defects a lot of time, or they so close, they say, well, it's 50-50. Okay, and they'll kind of run it. But for us, we want to look at holistic, okay? The difference, you look at medicine, you look at the traditional medicine, what they push. If you say, did y'all know it's criminal to say you can cure something? Right. Okay, so y'all understand why they kill Yahushua. If you go to a building and you say, and they put on that building's condemned, that means you can't habitate in it. That means it has to be torn down. If I go and I say, I can take that condemned building and I fix it, you can't do that. Because then I change their label and I make people look at things different. A lot of times words define you. If you're in school, you tell a kid, you know what, you just stupid, you just dumb. You know what happened? That kid will eventually embrace that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it'll have a hurting factor that'll start to happen with them, because they've embraced. If you told me and you use those words, that mean I am. And a lot of people have succumbed to it. Y'all got it? A lot of people go to the doctor, they might have say, I've been having like a little stomach pain right here. And they go to the doctor say, and come in the room and sit down and slide that chair back and said, we need to talk. That thing you had, it's cancerous. I want to do some more tests, but I'm pretty sure you got about 6 months to live. Most people will succumb to that. Once it gets in your mental, guess what happens? That's it. The same way when it comes down to salvation. It'll tax people mentally too. And once people succumb to certain things mentally, it's hard to break it. So the first thing we have to do is have to break a lot of things, how we see things from a mental perspective. Then we increase our physical end as well. Y'all got it? Even the book said, as a man. So why he say as a man is, that's how he think. It's gonna start with the mind. So start with the mind. Y'all got it? Even they talk about accumulating or amunah, okay? How do you get it? And that goes right into the physical. That's going to mental. Here is where you weigh decisions. Here's where you make decisions. Shaul talked about how speaking to our conscience. He talked about how we judged him and he wanted us to use our conscience. That's how you decide what's right and wrong. Man, I'm hot, I'm finna take off all my clothes. What's your mental? What's your conscience about that? What is it? It's what? That's right. How did you come out? You looked in a book? Conscience. The conscience way. They say you shouldn't do that. That's not right. Y'all got it? So how you come up with deciding whether things are right or wrong is by information. Information made that decision. Somebody walked down the street. Hold on for a minute. Wait, hold on. I ain't say what I am. What made you say that? That's right. It made him make a decision. That's typically how a drunk man is. I could possibly be there. I'm having a seizure, something happened, but typically people that are doing that are their faculties have been impaired, so they can't do this. And you know how do you impair the faculties? Through the mind. This is amazing. Somebody, how you doing? Doing all right? All right. That's good. Good to see you, man. Everything been going all right with you? That's good. I tried again, huh? So look, think about it. I'm still the same person. See, soberly I could function, but once my faculty got impaired, now my speech. Now I've been able to stand. I love you. See the difference? Because my faculty's been impaired, so is my judgment. Y'all got it? Now, I don't see myself as drunk. I feel like I'm still the same person, but other people can pick it up. And guess what? Now your conscience is making a decision about me. Man, that nigga drunk. Drunk at Cootie Brown. That nigga bad at stand up, man. I thought I was gonna have to go help that nigga. You start to make decisions with the conscience, right? So that happens because we have to have enough information so we make the right decision. That's the same thing when it comes down to Kataim. You just don't decide not to commit sin. You don't. You do not. You have to have enough information that defines what sin is. What's the penalty of sin? Got it? So now you weigh it to say, is this conducive for what I'm trying to do? Y'all got it? If a person hitchhiking, trying to go to Virginia, they probably ain't gonna get on 75 North. They're probably not gonna get on 75 North. 85. They'll catch 85. Somebody can catch 20. So they're typically gonna look at, if you start saying, hey, let me give you a ride. I'm headed down 75 South right now. No, as bad as I need to ride, when in my country, you're actually gonna put me further out. All right, I'm already in a place that's hard now, and I gotta move from 75 to get myself over to 85. And then you talking about going 75 South, back down toward Florida for people who don't know the direction anyway. Okay? So to get in with you is gonna put me how much further? Closer to Virginia. Okay, that's how we're gonna weigh Kataim sins, okay? If you already on the wrong road trying to get to the right road, how's it gonna help you to commit more Katan? It's gonna put you further away than where you're trying to get to. Got it? That's how we gotta start looking at things. We have to have enough information. Sometimes when you hear things, you have to be able to look at, okay, I gotta be able to weigh it. Like for me, a lot of things, I can weigh certain things. I had to be able to be kind of quick about doing it simply because I had to make some quick decisions about things. So you gotta have enough information that allows you to be able to make decisions about things. And you try to lessen making bad decisions. Don't mean you don't make some decisions. You say, well, I could have done this a little different. But based off of the information you have, it lessens the chance of error. Y'all got it? So that's what we're trying to do. Make sure we impute enough information that when things come up, you can weigh them and say, yeah, that's not conducive to what I'm trying to do. That's not going to put me closer. It's going to put me further. That's how you got to weigh it. Basically, we hitchhiking. Guess how we doing it? I'm telling you how we doing it. Y'all understand? Y'all are now all hitchhikers. Y'all understand that? You thumbing, trying to get a ride. So every time we go through one of these books, busted, this a ride. Because these people are going to Shamaim. Where are we trying to go to? It ain't going to be conducive for us to jump in with them. So now, what if somebody coming and they're not saying the same thing and going the same way one of them going? What if we did jump in the car with them? They're going to take us further away. That's how you got. Sometimes you got to build natural scenarios, examples, so you can really understand why you're doing. Sometimes we do stuff, we don't really understand why. That's why it's not hard to kind of fault away from it, because I don't really know why I'm doing it. I mean, based off of you supposed to do it, that's what you do. What else we gonna do? That's not a rationale for doing something. We did that before. Now we have to understand to a point to where I got this now. I understand. As Shaul told, furthermore, as you received of us, we couldn't have did it by ourselves. So that you would, and you would abound more, which become more abundant in what you're doing. I'm gonna show you how to walk into where, listen, favor just gonna continue to kind of fall your way. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to walk that way. So you can continue, not just pleasing, but still got, okay, that's good to please Elohim, but let's just be practical. What are we getting out of it? Well, I'm gonna make it where you're gonna be more productive, more fruitful. That's important for people that's husbanding in it. If you planting, you growing, who ain't trying to get more? Well, if I plant and sow the right way, guess what? He's gonna give me more to increase. So all these things I want y'all to start considering because we hitchhiking, right? And we want to make sure we going and the people that we going with are going in the same direction. Y'all that's what I was telling y'all about y'all doing, y'all different level, different places, still going. Y'all ain't got your unity together. Got to make sure y'all doing the same thing. Otherwise, it's confusion. They consider confusion. You want to teach them while they're young. Teach them, yeah, it's confusion. Otherwise, we all got to be speaking the same. Well, it says same. Really, he said one thing. That'll make you say the same thing. Just say one thing, right? That's what he's doing. And guess what happens if all of us say the same thing? No divide. If he's saying this and we saying that, what's going to happen? It's going to be a divide. Y'all got it? When it came down to them with the Grecians and the Yahudim, there became, what was that again? A division. And what was it? Because they looked at their group was not getting the same equivalent. So there's going to be a divide. That's why he tried to teach us about an equality. See, he taught us this way is not hard. Just declare that everybody get one. It don't matter if one person got 50 people. How many do they get? One individual only get one. Guess what? So guess what happens? Now you don't have, we'll say, schism. That's right, schism. You don't want no schism in the body. So we want to start looking at everything as whole body. So what happened, we talking about we didn't that are strong are the better infirmities of the weak. And we talk about the infirmity or the weakness physically or mentally of someone, right? So then he said that people that have a stronger mental and a stronger physical need to bear and need to help the other people. Y'all got it? So now we'll look at somebody, see based off of that now, okay? We'll come back up. Let me get my fourth verse. We'll come back up and look at that. Listen.
For whatever Nikatah before.
For whatever things were written before.
Nikatah for our lamed.
Were written for our learning, to teach us, to show us, instruct us.
That we through endurance.
Basically, don't quit. Going through without giving way. And
Nakum of the Ketubim.
All right, we're looking to receive a prize of the writings.
Might have tikva.
That we might have hope, that they would call it. Or we might have a quarter attachment, okay?
Yes, sir.
Like they said for authority, you say, man, throw a nigga a lifeline. Throw a nigga something. That gave him that, I can make it. I can do this. You got what I'm saying? You know, help me out. All I need a little sometimes piece of man, just give me a little something to help me out. Give me a little piece so I can get myself going. That gives a person that feel like they got that cord, that pull out, that they can make it. Let me see. Oh, let's see something. See, Shafateen. Shafateen. See, let me see something. See if it's Shafateen. See if it's 16. And give me about the last two verses. What's that? 20 something, 30 something? 16, 30 what? Give me 31 the last one?
Yes.
Give me 27. You saying 30, he's saying 31. Is it 30?
31 in King James.
It's 30?
31 in King James.
31 King James. What on the other way shows 30? Okay, we're in the Septuagint. Septuagint showing 30? Okay. Oh, it shows 31. Okay. I mean, just the Greek Septuagint. So for those watching, what's the name of this app so if people want to use it at home, they can't see it?
The app is called The Word, which is a free application that you can download. You go to Google and type in The Word,
The word.
The word Bible software.
The word Bible software. So if people want to look at this application, they can. So it's showing you the Greek, the Latin, the American King James. Well, I don't know how it's American King James, he was in England. English King James, and then you got the Septuagint. All these are translated over into English. Okay, let's see. And listen.
Now the bed was full of anashim and nashim, and all the autonomy of the Philistines were there. Okay. And there were upon the roof about 3,000 anashim and nashim that beheld while Shamshun made sport.
At the sports of it. Okay. And all the sports here, if I'm correct, sport just mean the show. That's why you'll find, I think in the book of Yehuda they call Jude, they talk about how they sport themselves. That's all it is. It means the show. That's why you'll get people to come out to sporting events. Most of y'all don't know what it means, does it? That's all it means. It just means to show. That's right. That's all it is. They bring that. So all they did, if you look, they told you they had him, they were sporting him. They were trying to show him. The same thing you'll find, I think they used the same word in the King James Version when it came down to Yasakop, when he was with Rebecca. The book said he was sporting her. He was showing her off in front of the people. That's why I seen him caressing her hair, doing it. That's all it is, really just showing. He said showing, but it basically just displaying, just a showing. Okay, they put you out, that's why they put people out there the way they do. Okay, it's important to know what stuff means. All right, listen.
And Shamshun Yakra unto Yahuwah and said, O Yahuwah Elohim, Zakar me, I applaud thee, and strengthen me, I applaud thee, only this once, O Elohim, that I may be at once avenged of the Philistines for my two
Okay. Let's say.
And Shamshun took hold of the two middle pillars upon which the bed stood, and on which it was borne up, of the one with his right hand, and of the other with his left.
Verse 30. Let me get it. Hold on, it just jumped. It went to 20. What happened? We went away from 16. That's 15 right here. No, that's 15, shop. 20. Verse 20. Go down to what, 31?
We're at 30.
30? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Listen.
And Shamshun said, let me moot with the Philistines, and he bowed himself with all his might, and the bed fell upon the Adonai, and upon all the arm that were therein. So the moot which he slew at his moot were more than they which he slew in his Kai.
That's good. That's good. That's real tight. Somebody owe me a good explanation. Don't somebody owe me an apology. They don't owe me no apology. That's real tight. Y'all didn't pay attention to what he just said. He said, let my wife die with the Philistine. Your problem going to be if you try to run to the first one. The first one died with her father. The Philistine burned her up. I don't know why they try to fight me. Just leave me alone. Just shot him in the foot. He said, let my wife perish with the Philistines. Oh, I seen it. I just show y'all. Y'all just like to read. You don't pay attention. Oh, Ray thinking now. Oh, my name is Ray J. And Madame Day. Whatever you got. That extra round you putting out. Yeah, now. I ain't got nothing to do with Jay. I said it. I know he said it. I said it. I asked these kids clearly what was the name of his other wife. Preacher ain't got no carrot. Yeah. Let me get Preacher, cut him down, make him look bad on live streaming. That's a girlfriend, Preacher, girlfriend. It's in the book, but you don't read it. As soon as I look, I see they just read. That's why I tell you, you got to be looking. Let me see that. And Shamshun said, let somebody else's wife, my wife, perish with the Philistines. I knew the man was married. I said, okay. He said, see, the Greek and James say, the Latin and James say it don't say his wife. Do that, boss. That pull up too. I know it should say it too. You know, on that other script. I don't see what the Greeks say on that too. Boy, they were having a field day with me. Him and Chris. Jail fight. They had the little stick mark. Ha, 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 ha. But I was so intimidated. That's all they done got me about. I'm weak. I was weak. I was just weak. I was just leaning. I was bad as stand. I said, man, yeah, ha, ha. That nigga ain't afraid of nothing. Ha, ha, ha. I said, oh man, I feel bad. Nobody ain't try to pull me out. And then you done read every version out there. Where was you at? Now y'all all right, we know it. I had to mess with them. Boy, they showed like, yeah, I probably gonna get that stick. I'll see him out of sight of that rub and look at, yeah, I'm finna erase all this of him. Say, okay, then I'm recording him. Look, the third hymn said, and Shamshun said, let die my Nephash with the Philistines. And he leaned in his strength. I don't know, I think I like these Greeks on him better, other Greeks. But I think you finna do some investigating for me. Let's look, we gotta find it. Because here it don't say it on this script, but it recorded in a Septuagint. They got another just a Septuagint without putting all them up there, right? You remember the other one we had that have it in the Greek to the side? I know like this one shows the 3 different ones. I just want to see where it records again. In his version, where he put the Greek at the bottom then, but I want to know why is it put there. Y'all got it? These are things we have to quit. That's why I told you. These other people can keep going. We want to know. That's a bit different. That's not the same thing as saying my soul, my wife. That's not the same thing. So you might be able to get back to a version that show itself like maybe the, okay, let's see, 1631. Oh, I think I saw wife right quick, didn't I? Oh no, let my life perish with the Philistine. And he bowed himself mightily, and the house fell upon the Shurim. I'm sorry. Jail, nigga. Jail, back in. But see, that's what we do though. We go back to look to find out why. So that's why, this is why I tell people, you can't leave yourself locked into one thing. You see how that happened? That just came along, just changed the thing. He clearly said, let my wife. And now we come back and look, he's saying, let my life, let my Nephash, which is different. So what we do, we have to make a judgment. So that means we can't ride with that version. They made that mistake, that's critical. That's real critical. Because now, this is how you have to look at stuff. Some stuff ain't critical. Y'all got it? Like if some say blue and some say light blue. Oh man, I could go to hell. Ain't no light, it's blue. Let's just go with blue. A lot of stuff, people go on the deep and darker of it, you ain't gonna have it. It's just gonna be the singular color. People start lightening colors and darkening colors. Light black, ain't no light black. You got black on. But say start playing with your stuff, so if they say light black, they say black. Let's just go with, just sticking with just the plain of people put stuff in the confusion, get y'all, and little stuff like that can be a trigger to keep you from getting what you're supposed to receive. Because we have to model him as, that's why when I see something different, I want to go back to verify. Because we're going to take this, listen, we ready to ride with it. We hitchhiking. And I'm ready to ride. Now I got in the car, I tell you, man, yo, Doe, pull over. Doe, pull over. Because I just found out, I don't need to be going with you. You taking me out the way. Somebody said, well, ain't that, as long as you know the truth. Yeah, that makes a difference on how much ways I'm going to take, what you say now. Okay? And Shamshun said, let my life perish, wife. Maybe they were rhyming. I mean, that would make sense. So, Boston, do me a favor. The Greek 30. Down. Right in front of me. It's Kai life. 2 more lines down. Oh, 30. It's Kai, not life, is it? That's the and? He said that's and? Okay, yeah. And Shamshun said, let my Nephash die with the Philistine. Okay. Same thing. He's tracing it. We're pretty sure now it's not wife. So they could have put wife as a typo trying to say life. That could make sense because they rhyme. So when you type and you're going, you know what that show you too? Human error. So what they tell you about us, so then you think about this, we having to go back over their stuff that possibly wasn't even intentional. That was just a slight play when you're typing. Or when you putting wife, life, wife, kind of rhymes together, could have came up that somebody thought it said wife and not life, and could have happened. So how much we got to go over with ourselves? Y'all got it? And you know what it can show you too? It's not intentional. You can accidentally make a mistake. Yeah, I got it now. I wouldn't go to say, they're going to burn. They try to get, if it was intentional. Because you thought to serve us away from our Elohim. So at that point, I don't want no tube to happen for you. Because it was your intent to pull us away. Like he said, somebody tried to get you to serve other Elohim. So if I'm not amani as the Kitabim have said, the writer, then somebody's trying to get, I can't receive the Ruach HaKodesh. And if you're giving me information that caused me to swerve away from it, then you actually trying to get me off. Right. Y'all got it? Yes, sir. So it's recognizing when things are intentional, when things are accidental. But either way, all Tahalina Mr. Yahuwah that he made us come back and say, you know, I could have went with that when we read it. I said, well, Boss, do you want to look that up? Let's check to see if another version, because we got to verify it. We were taught at the mouth. Then what we supposed to do? That's how we establish it. We can't establish off of one person saying. Y'all got it? Because it's out. You see that? We done ran with wife and everything. You know, man, you don't even know he was married to her. And you saying something, somebody said, let's sit down and look at it. Then attach yourself. But that's why we say we try to leave room for correction. Y'all got the same thing with y'all young people. What y'all learning from us, that's what we want y'all to follow and do. Learn when you make those adjustments because it's critical, okay? All right. What happened, boss? You found something? We can't hear you.
No, I just wanted to look it up, but just he had a total of 3 different companions, 3 different wives. But just to keep looking at it, I mean, you gotta just search it out.
So it's saying he had 3 different wives?
Yes, sir. It was actually 3 women.
They said what? He had 3?
It was actually 3.
3.
But I mean, you gotta really go into
go through and read in depth.
Go through and read, because the first one we had before he got there, then the second one was burnt. And there was another one in Gaza, I believe. But
Gaza?
Yes. But you just got to just search it out. I mean.
Yeah, that'll take us some time.
Yeah, correct.
Well, make sure we notate that. I get a chance to look that over.
Yes, sir.
Gotta check that. We got to check it out. And that just show you too how things aren't always, you don't get the full rim of everything. Because you got people notating, you copying back out. So if you weren't there, all you can do is copy out what you know. Y'all got it? That's all you're gonna do is copy out what you know from others. And certain things might look that it's not really imperative because it's not knowing he had 3 wives really doesn't basically play on the part of saying maybe I would nefash to that end of our salvation. Knowing misinformation. Y'all got having misinformation or disinformation could play a major part. Y'all got it? There are some things somebody said, well, it's really not important because they don't allude. Let me go over that and make sure, because I'm sure there are a lot of things we read, we don't get the full spectrum of things. A lot of things just kind of fall to though they just happen, but there's some other leading points up to it. Okay, just like with Cartagena, there are things that lead up to things. So we had to go back and look at that and try to, that's 2 things now that Yeshayahu 28, I got to still get a chance to look at that, okay? Okay, so we'll move from now then. We'll go with life for now. Life, L-I-F-E, let my life, let my nefash at this point go, because we don't have enough referencing just from these people writing right now. But we'll look to Yahuwah willing to try to get more in depth to that, okay? And he wants him to fall upon the Shireen. Oh no, yeah, let's just stay on this one for now. And upon all the armed that were in it, you can pick up. Y'all pick it up.
Yes, sir.
And the moot.
Yes, sir. And the bed fell upon the autonomy and upon all the armed that were therein. So the moot which he slew at his moot were more than they which he slew in his Kai.
And
then his Akim and all the bed of his Abba came down and took him and brought him up and buried him between Zorah and Eshto in the burying place of Manoah, his Abba.
And what did he do?
And he shafted Yasharal 20 shanim.
All right, jump over to the 14th chapter of this same book. 14 and see about 7, same book. Shafatim, they call judges. These are our magistrates, okay? Now I'm going off of what we read. Y'all know that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what y'all? We read our base. Alex want to go up higher. He want to start a fight at 3. So then we had to go to 1. I couldn't let you win the fight. I had to go to verse 1. Let's say, all right, verse 7. Listen.
And he went down and talked with the Asha, and she pleased Shamshun well.
Well, here he said, and she was pleasing in his owns. And then you look at how important the own is. Why, my young people? The eye. Shade. Knowledge. That's right. That's right. Because of information, he took knowledge of her with the own. Y'all got it? What you perceive or take in your perception with your eye isn't any good unless you have knowledge in your mind. Y'all got it? That's why he acknowledged her. So this is the same thing. You got to look at this. This same attribute that happened here. Well, what's the same attribute? The same thing that we saw. And they went down and spoke to the Isha, and she was pleasing in his in the of Shamshun. So now in the eye, based off of knowledge. Now this is the same thing we found out with who? Ka'ur. When she saw that the was tube for food, pay attention. She was already taught concerning the ox, that ox could feed you. Okay? That there were good ox and there were bad ox. So she saw that it was tube for food. So she knew that because she was already taught concerning them. She said, Elohim had told us, not only shouldn't we eat of it, we shouldn't even touch it, but she was taught about it. But her perception was, this is good if it's going to give me more knowledge, which tells you some knowledge is not too. Even Brother Wright, that such knowledge is too high for me. Oh, they get them. Some folks, anytime in knowledge, I want to get it. But he didn't want them to have that information. Now at that time, something is a matter of time. Y'all got it? Even he told you that knowledge, but guess what Ahab does? It edifies. It benefits others. Knowledge more or less put people over people. Y'all got it? So it's important to look at things like that. So when you look at it, his perception was, this woman be good for me. I like her. I like how she look. I like how she dressed. I like her shape, everything about her. Because I'm based off of what I know about other women, I'm desiring her more than the ones that are my own. Y'all got it? So let's see what happened.
And after a time he returned to take her, and turned aside to see the carcass of an Ari. And behold, there was a swarm of bees and debauch in the carcass of the Ari. And he took thereof in his hands, and went on eating, and came to his Abba and Aim, and he gave them.
Hold on, stop for a minute. Here, it says that the honey was in the mouth of the Ari. I actually imagine it more of the carcass being open and it was in his belly.
Right. Me too.
According to what they write here, it said that he to take to her and turned aside to see the carcass of the Ari, and behold a swarm of the bees, behold a swarm of bees, and the honey were in the mouth of, which is the part of the Ari. Which would make sense with Yahushua because his words were sweet. Y'all got it? So what came out of the Ari's mouth was sweet.
Right.
That's what we found out with Yahushua.
Right.
They told us, oh, taste and see that Yahuwah was, what actually would tell us he was Canaan, what it was called gracious. So we were tasting what came out of his mouth. Because how did Yahuwah, I said, when I'm listening, I'm comparing, because Yahushua tells you that each doesn't live by bread alone, but by every. I'm supposed to eat what come out of his mouth.
Right.
That gives me life, and it's sweet. So I found it in the mouth of the Ari. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now what we can do, please, kind sirs back there, can we make sure this reads the same way on the other version? It's work, but it's just gonna be to our benefit, correct?
That's right.
Because I'll be honest, my imagining of it was that the body was open, and that the bees had come in, and they had built the hive inside of the belly.
Right.
That's where I assumed he had got it from. But which would make sense, because even when the writers wrote, they wrote about how it was sweet in their mouth.
Right.
Everyone would read, and they said, well, bitter in their
belly.
So it wouldn't make sense for it to be coming out of his belly. Not on that aspect, But they did record that it was sweet in their mouth.
That's right.
And where would they have gotten the word from? From the Pa Elohim. So a lot of it would make sense, but I just want to make sure we come up and we have the same thing. After a time, he went back to take her, and turning from the road to see the dead body of the Ari, he saw a mass of bees in, saying body. Was a swarm of bees in the carcass. They read carcass over there too, right? Dewey Rim. Since Dewey Rim says in the mouth. Swarm of bees in the carcass, swarm of bee body. Body. Bees. The carcass. Dewey Rim. What's the Greek up here? What's the Greek? You said the what? Yeah. What's that word? He's saying body. See, down in the Greeks record the swarm of bees was in the mouth of the Ari and the honey. Okay. Guess someone said carcass, they still covered. The carcass going to entail the whole body anyway. But for us, it's important to realize, we talked about them tasting it, what came from his mouth, so it makes sense it was sweet. Okay? So I'm comparing against other things that were already spoken. Okay? So it has to make sense to me. Don't say, well, either or don't make sense. It got to make sense because I'm trying to understand the way they did it. Y'all got it? Okay. What else we got? Verse what? Y'all cut the air? The heat off. Y'all cut it. I want a little air. Ooh, it's a little warm up under here. Fan. Oh yeah, we get that little white fan out here, Pop. He give me the white fan. So that'll be all right. The heat is off though, right? Yeah. All right. That's a little warm. All right. Verse 14. What's that, 14?
I think we're in verse 9.
Yes, 16, verse 14. I mean, chapter 14. Oh.
I just wanted to, we wanted to look at something right.
Okay.
Because that was actually the riddle.
Out of the Ari came something sweet.
I think it was saying out of the mouth.
Out of the mouth.
Of the eater.
Out of the eater came something sweet.
Sweet, right.
Yeah.
I think that's what it said. I wanted
out of the eater came forth meat, which would have been came forth food. Okay. The riddle would have been in the 14th chapter. It'd have been down. We'll get this, and we're gonna read down to that. Okay.
No problem.
All right, matter of fact, let's go ahead and get it. So it'll probably go down to 11 or so. When? Probably a little further than what, 14, 15? Because it's been for the wedding.
Oh, it says them.
Here it is right here. 14. This is him writing though. So he said to them, out of the eater came forth food, and out of the strong came forth sweetness. But they could not tell the riddle in 3. So let me see what the Greeks recorded. And from the strong came forth sweetness, and they were not able to. And he said to them, from one eating came forth food. Okay. From the one eating came forth food. How do you eat?
The mouth.
No. And from the strong came forth sweetness.
I thought it said that too.
The Greek writing for that could make sense from the 26th chapter of the book of Matthew, when Yahushua is at after sup. after supper, he gave them food. So he was the one eating, and he gave food to them. So that Greek writing can make sense based off the 26th chapter, the book of Matthew, when they sat down for Pesach. When they told you after he supped, it was saying after he ate. So the one eating had gave them food. Did y'all know that? Yes, sir. How many of y'all don't understand what I'm saying? Okay, I can see your faces. All right, look at what the Greek said. So, what verse was that? No, the riddle. You went a bit down, I think it's 17, was it? 14, okay. The Greeks recorded and he said to them, from the one eating came for food, and from the strong came for sweetness, okay? See this? And he said to them, from the one eating came forth food. All right, jump up 26:26. Matthew 26, might be 26:25. Turn out just a little bit. So 24. Appreciate it. 23. 22. So I had to go back down. No, not that way. Probably the other way. Should tell me about the supper. Hold on. All right, here we go, 26. Hold on. Pay attention. As this is I'm reading the Greek, translating English. Y'all got it? 26:26. And as they were eating, having taken Yahushua's lakam and having barak it, he broke it, let's see what happened, and gave it to the Talmudim and said, take and this is my. So his brother even came back to even justify what he did. He told you from the one eating. It was 13 of them doing it. Who the one gave him the bread? Yahushua. His riddle said from the one eating. It just told you all of them was sitting down eating. Right. Then it told you Yahushua took it and gave it to them and told them to eat. His riddle was from the one eating came for food. Right. So we needed to see that so we know who the strong was. What was y'all thinking about? We were looking for who was strong. Right. And you didn't believe it, and it was sweet. Yeah. From the one eating, it don't take long. All I need to do is find out what they said. I put it where it need to go. Yes, sir. I do just like they all do it. I just put the hand right on the wall. I'll show you where it go. Right. I just need to find out who said what. And I can show you how it all connect. So you pay attention. His riddle was from the one eating. So that would make people sit around trying to say, first of all, who's eating and who's giving food. Right. All of them were eating. Yeah. But he told you Yahushua took bread and broke it and gave it to him. So it came from him. He was the Ari. He was the one strong. Right. And it was sweet. Yes, sir. Make sense to y'all? Yes, sir. They're still thinking. He was fasting. He didn't take that. He gave it to them. He did. No, he ate before that. That's why I told you how they wrote in English and we didn't understand, like Justice saying Old English. How we took it after he supped said, that's short for supper. He had already eaten. That's why he let them know he was not eating it. Just like Ari. The Ari never ate it either. He was dead. Remember he told you, with desire, I have desire to eat it with you. Ari didn't eat the lion. The lion they called, did not eat the honey. It was just in his mouth. Make sense? Okay. I'll make sure we're on the same page. All right. So we can go back over now. Appreciate that, Boston. See, how we able to do what we do is everybody working together. So I got my old English man over there, or my own English bill. So no, sup is short for supper. But you know, nobody ever told us that. So it looked like after he supped, what was that sup? Just sup. I was teaching that like sip. We took sup for sip. But he didn't. It was tell you after supper, he had already eaten. Think about this. What wasn't going to make him eat? He's a nigga just like us. I ain't saying nigga in a derogatory way because it's not derogatory. They taught us derogatory. It's not derogatory. So please don't think I'm calling a man nothing derogatory. Y'all right? We want it. You somebody eating what we want. I'm hungry. The only thing gonna keep him eat if you already got something to sustain you. So he had already eaten. I would like to eat this with you, but I can't do it. Because the Ari that had in his mouth, he didn't eat it either. Okay? Yes, sir. See, everything is symbolism. There's somewhat symbolism for us, so we have to pay attention to certain things because it's so critical. This is how you got a mind on him. So everything he did made you have to watch him. It's like I had cousin Jimmy Lee, I call his name, still anything. That boy still L. That boy still the damn car, man. We probably 4 years old. I probably about 7. Go outside and get the key, crank up the car, put it in, hit the neighbor car. Listen, we should have known then. And all you trying to think, why am I in the car with this boy? What did he do as soon as he got able? Stole my car. Now, should I really been surprised? I think about it now, this had to come back around. This boy had keys to the house. He was 4, 5, keys to the house. He went and got the key to the neighbor house, went in the neighbor house. Man had to be home, had to go for to blow his brains out. So he one of them people, wherever he come, you had to watch him. He was symbolism. Some gonna get missing, some gonna get took, some gonna happen, some come up short. You watch them. So with Yahushua, I say that to the example of not that Yahushua do anything, but it'll be called, basically, he was a proclaimer. Okay? Oh man, I could do that. Man, I could drill the ball behind my back like that, man. Nobody could take any man behind. You said, here you go, but I want to see all this. So all the stuff he been saying he could do, basically he was a proclaimer to people till you saw him do it. So what you do? You watch a man like that. I want to see if you can do what you say you can do. So everything he did was symbolism. You got what I'm saying? For us to pay attention to watch him so you can see it solidified him. Y'all got it solidified. Y'all got to think about this. Okay. We had to make a choice. Okay. We didn't have to ought the better infirmity. So, Ba'aba, born of the father. What exactly was he charged with? Sedition, overthrowing government. Was it Yehudim government? No, the Latin government, the Roman government, the Roman Empire? Who would that be benefiting? The weak, the people that wouldn't snap and fight. So he could easily look like the Yasha. Come on, we're looking for somebody to come and deliver us from under the rule. Right. Mushar came in and did it. Here, this man, he fighting against government. Government done locked him up and imprisoned and put him down. This him. So now we had to make, you ain't gonna believe the kind of decision we had to make. This is bad. A conscious decision. Yep. And we chose Yahushua. Let's hold on now. We got Barnabas, born of the father. Barnabas, born of the father. Come on, didn't Yahushua say he was born of the Father? Yeah. This man named born of the Father. This man fighting against the people that rule over us. Right. Do you know how hard you got to sit down and say, wow. Matter of fact, I've been with you. We couldn't even tell. You don't believe it. Some outside influence that had to come and tell, no, that's not right. No, it's him. That's who you want. We would have picked him. Right. Why would the Kohan have to persuade us? We were looking to choose him. He fighting against government. He born of the Father. All this is what we need. Let's look at something. It's based off of Alex. Alex, you started this message. Back at the 14th chapter right quick. Oh, he already up 14. 14. No, take me back up to 8. 14 and 8. Listen, I'm gonna get that fan blowing in my. It's good. I'm telling you this. I didn't want to blow up my mic. It blew up my mic. Listen. Listen.
And after a time he returned to take her, and he turned aside to see the carcass of the Ari. And behold, there was a swarm of bees and debauch in the carcass of the Ari.
And the paw. The debauch and the, we'll go with paw.
Yes, sir.
If we could, y'all got, if y'all could write paw. P-A-H, paw. P-A-H, paw for mouth. Or you want to write mouth, that's fine. I have a problem. You know, I believe just put mouth. So that word where it says body, let's make sure we, and now if you got your, I don't call that Sefer because it's dead writing. If you got that King James, whatever verse you got, let's make sure we put paw for now. Okay? If we find out something different, what we're going to do?
Change.
Now we're going to stay where we got because we in too deep. No. We will make the necessary adjustment. Right now, paw is showing up and it makes sense to a degree, right? Remember,
yes,
out of the eater. How do you eat with your stomach?
With
eat
your
with your
mouth.
hand. So his reading, he said, from the eater came meat.
That's right.
Okay? He said, oh, you said that's good because I said it earlier, Pastor. Well, you get your pastor to see it, boy, you doing something then. Make you feel mighty proud of yourself. All right, so y'all see what he did? All right, let's go down. 8, 9. Listen.
And he took thereof in his hands, and went on eating, and came to his Abba and aim, and he gave them, and they did eat. But he told them not that he had taken the debauch out of the paw of the Ari.
See, the Greeks record different than what this says. They say he took of it into his mouth, and he went forth going and eating. And he went to his Abba, which we know they didn't possibly take it out of his mouth. They wouldn't take it out of his mouth, but it starts to tell us that he took it on in his mouth, because they would have told us about him eating it first. That's why it told he took it in his mouth. And he went forth going and eating. Isn't that right? So he was still consuming it as he was going, which is important for us, because you were told to eat the whole roll. Mm-hmm. As you going about. You were told about as you going about, and you lay down. You know what you're supposed to be doing? Talking on, so which means you what? You're constantly eating it.
That's right.
As he was going on his way, he was constantly eating it.
Yes, sir.
And what he had taken in, he was supposed to distribute it.
Yes.
So he would have been, what you would have learned to be, would have been a shalakim.
Right.
Okay, yeah, I gotta believe it. Oh, this is somebody sent.
That's right.
Okay. He gave them, and they ate. Gave them, and they ate. And he did not announce to them that. He did not tell them he had taken the honey they sent out of the body. And not announce to them that. And he did not announce to them that. That's why they end at the Greeks. From the manner of the Ari, he took the honey. The manner would be from where he got it from. He didn't tell them where he got it from. Okay, let's see what happened.
So his Abba went down unto the Ashah, and Shamshun made there a muhad, for so used the young Anashim to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass, when they saw him, that they brought 30 companions to be with
I need
him.
to go back up. When he talked to his parents about the woman, take me back above 7. Is it 5? Where's it at? Is that 1? Okay, let's see. 1. Listen.
And Shamshun went down to Timnath, and saw an Ashah in Timnath of the Banuth of the Philistines.
Yeah.
And he came up and told his Abba and his aim, and said, I have seen an Ashah in Timnath of the Banuth of the Philistines. Now therefore get her for me to Ashah.
Take her to me for a wife. Mm-hmm. Let's see what happened. Mm-hmm.
Then his Abba and his aim said unto him, Is there never an Ashah among the Banuth of thy Akim, or among all my that thou goest to take an Ashah of the uncircumcised
Hold, stop,
Philistine.
hold. Let me go up a little bit. I can't see. I'm looking at the Greek while he read. Second wife from the Philistine, uncircumcised. And Shamshun said, what did he say?
Said unto his Abba, get her for me, for she pleaseth me well.
He wanted that one. He said, take that one. All right, come on.
But his Abba and his aim knew not that it was of Yahuwah.
Hold on, listen what happened. And his Abba and his aim did not know that from Yahuwah it is. That
He sought an occasion against the
that
Philistine.
recompense he required of the Philistine.
For at that time the Philistine had dominion over Yasharal.
Now you can see why Abba would have been a better person for them to choose. They ruled over him. Shamshun was strong. He was going to fight against them. Shamshun was actually charged with sedition
Right,
and murder.
right.
He was born of the father. I may get a different order. I don't know. I can teach y'all something y'all want to learn something.
Yes, sir.
Do y'all understand why it would have been easier for them to choose Barnabas than Yahushua? Because at that time, wasn't somebody else ruling over them.
That's right. That's
And he
right.
would have been seeking occasion.
That's right.
So Barnabas would have been the one, that made sense for them to choose. Because you're fighting against somebody that's oppressing us. And you ain't gonna believe it, he was strong. See, we didn't out of strong, out there better firm than the weak. So that's how he wound up getting him indulged in our fight. He caused him to fall and have a heart for a woman that was gonna cause a controversy. And he knew what kind of man he was. This man will go to the extreme. Where you'll stop and where you'll waver, Shamshun wouldn't. They tried to talk him down. He said, no, they did it first. After I kill them all, then I'll cease. This man walked away with everything, and at the end, he killed them all. So you can see the resemblance between him and Baaba. Let's see, 27. Come on, they ain't with me, boss. I got to wake them up. 27. How many of y'all didn't make sense to y'all? That's two. 27:19. Matthew 27:15. See, if we don't get an understanding, then everything we're doing ain't to no avail. I have a gentleman call me today, and another call. He wanted to come out to service today, right here in Kanye. I told him I had to clean my house up. I couldn't take him. Now I mentioned other little things in speech I pick up. I got enough here. I said, I'm right now, I'm just working on trying to clean up my house. There are people that need this. And they looking at it, they need to be somewhere, and they need to be somewhere solid, but I can't do nothing right now. I got to clean up my own house. I don't need to be adding no more weight to what I got. I need to clean up what I got first. Some folks will do that. They'll get company. I had an aunt like, she kept a house. She put, listen, newspaper all over. You coming out, listen, she was the newspapers everywhere, all kinds. Move them papers and sit down. You like, why I gotta move these papers? Why when you have them out the way? You know what I'm saying? But that's how I kept, they mind bringing stuff. She mind bringing folks in the house with like that. I like it cleaned up. And make sure you got space and room for you bring folks in. Make sure you got some order. But you'll bring people into your chaos, guess what happens? They become part of the chaotic situation. So I'm very particular about bringing people in, doing certain things at a certain time. People say, well, preacher says it's okay to preach a change. It depends on where my house at. So a lot of the determining factor is based upon you guys and where y'all at before you start trying to add and bring in more. I try to make sure I can handle what I got. I took the Johnson family in. I wouldn't typically just take people in. That's all Mr. Yahuwah, because I'm funny about stuff like that, bringing people in and doing stuff. And then y'all know people get turned down. It happens. It ain't no skin off my back. It's where it's at. If he see fit, he take. He don't. It's still tight. It's still okay with me. At the end of the day, I'm just working for the man. I'm just keeping door for the man until he get back. So I ain't the person to make that deciding factor whether you get in or you don't get in. That's all on him. So that's why it's important for all of us to consider our situation. Y'all got it? And how it's a benefit to us. It's more than in us deserve to be here to be able to get it. Because if people sitting down and they keeping Shabbat, they ain't getting no understanding. They just reciting a bunch of words. Oh, we don't learn this new Hebrew word. How much of it can you display in behavior? How much do you really comprehend? Because when people teach it, if it ain't in aligning with him, then everything you learn ain't no sense. It don't make no sense. See, if I teach, I can interline it. We start off, we read it. I'm just going to take and show you how it works. That's all. We can read it, keep going. I said, well, let's see how it works. Okay? Let's see what happens. This is 27:15. Listen.
Now at that cog, the governor was wont to release unto the arm a prisoner whom they would.
See that? Who they wanted. Let's see.
And they had then a notable prisoner called Barabbas.
Born of the Father.
Therefore, when they were gathered together, Pilatus said unto them, Whom will ye that I release unto you? Barabbas or Yahushua, which is called Mashiach? For he knew that for envy they had delivered him.
Let's see that? Let's look at that. Who we looking at now? Give me a hand, brothers. Who you got? He beat you up, though. Who? Who? That's right, Yahushua. You gonna say the same thing? You gonna say the same thing? That's right. See, what's happening? Now y'all comparing things. Because this is your salvation. You ain't, they delivered. Why? I mean, because that's what it said. Where do I find a situation where somebody was given over because of envy? Well, I'm talking about when you gave a person up basically to moot. Remember, they came back report the man was dead. They put the man in a hole. So where would this envy gonna lead to? Let me see. Ahab and Abel. No. Jealousy cruel as the grave. Ahab is stronger than moot, but jealousy cruel as the grave. That's why they put him there, because of envy. Remember, they dug a hole. That's how they had become so enraged of this man and so against him, they wanted him dead. They dug a hole for him. They dug a hole. That's where envy will put you. So it was important to realize how far this is going to go. And you start, so people that knew him and understood, do you understand how they've been watching this whole thing out? Everything would have been in alignment with what they knew. So now with conscience, what were they saying about it? This ain't him. No, it can't be him. I don't remember. I don't know nothing about nobody about no envy. I don't know nothing about nobody being put to death because of somebody. I don't know no report. I don't know anything happened about that. They're compared against they do know. That's why it's important. He said that they all had to be. Everybody got to be Laman Elohim. Guess why? Everyone that had heard, comprehended. See, all y'all here, but everybody don't comprehend. Guess what they do? They coming. See, somebody, I've been taught, but did you comprehend? You have kids in the class, some passing, some failing. So we're going to say they weren't taught? Some made other choices. Some just didn't have the comprehension now. So it's important for us to get comprehension, okay? For he knew that it was out of jealousy of him that they had handed him over. And that's the same thing they said about Yahushua. They said this dreamer, a dream, call him move. So he's not going to rule over us. They got rid of him because they didn't want him to rule over them. Okay? Let's see what happened.
When he was set down on the mashpah seat, his Ashar sent unto him, saying, Have thou nothing to do with this Sadak Ish, for I have suffered many things this yom in a column because of him.
See that? So that's important. Representing who? Hands. Tell me, Justin. See that? Further, if we had not got, so that's your dream. Unless there had been a subject matter, a situation happened that somebody was warned in a column not to do something. Don't touch. She said, don't let your hand. Remember, Amelia told, don't touch her. And that was to the same degree that Adon and Koor were told when it came down to the Pari. Neither shall you touch it, lest you what? He saw the same severity that Adon and Koor had. That's why he said, I was in tormenting it. This thing, it wasn't just, this first I had to, no, this thing tormented me. Because this man made it specific to me, don't even touch her. Representing what they saw in the gun. Make sense? Mm-hmm. And she's letting him know, listen, let not your hand be on this Sadiq Ish. For on the account of him, I was afflicted greatly, you in a column. Hold on for a minute. Nothing between you and that. See that? Now make sure you ain't got nothing between y'all now. For to you, I suffered much because of a column about him. She made sure it wasn't just a dream he was in it. The dream was about him. So like Abimelech, it wasn't enough for him to sit there and say, you get some, how many of y'all had some dream? It was wild and crazy. You said, it was crazy. This wasn't just crazy. She knew everything entailed about him in my column move. In my column, it was about him. It was about not touching. It was about destruction coming on you. It was going to be pain. It was going to be vigorous about him. Don't let nothing be in between y'all. That's what she telling. Don't even get it. That folks say, they said, don't even get between it. You heard that? Stay out of it. That's what she tell. Stay out of it. Y'all got it? Let's see what happened.
But the Rosh Kohanim and Zakanim persuaded the multitude that they should ask Bar Abba and destroy Yahushua.
See what they did? That's what they did. That you'll let him go. And that Yahushua will be the person you'll put on. He'll be your scapegoat. You'll put it on him. That's what they did. That's what they would have chose. This whole thing had to be told by them, this is who you want to get. Let this one be put to moot. Let this one go. Okay? So it's important to start looking, because you got to look. He bears some of the same attributes as Shamshun. He fought against government. He fought against rule and oppression. And he'll kill a man. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
So that's who they would have wanted to be had to put to death, but they let that one go. Let's see how it works. Let's see what they charged them with. Listen.
The governor answered and said unto them, whether of the twain will ye that I release unto you? They said, Bar Abba.
That's what they wanted, Bar Abba. Let's see.
Pelotus saith unto them, what shall I do then with Yahushua, which is called Mashiach? They all say unto him, let him be crucified.
Okay. They don't record over him about his crime, do they? They don't record over him. They recorded it what, in Mark? They don't record it here. So it'll be the 15th chapter of the book of Mark. 15, 16, he's been up. It's gotta be 15. 15, is it 15:23? What is it? Mark, is it Mark that recorded? Or were y'all recorded? Okay. Okay. Or y'all 23rd, 23, 14, okay, 19, 14, 13 deals with him in having the food. Sitting down doing Pesach, correct? 13 through 15. That's 22. 22, 21 I'm thinking about. 23, 19. Okay. I just quoted something that's actually, I think, 21st chapter in it. Pesach 22. Oriel, they call Luke 22. 22 and 13. Yeah. 19, 23, 19. Okay. Mark 15. There have it. So, dang, I mean, maybe you should. I got 1, 2 with you. Mark. Let's say, listen.
And there was one whose Shem was Bar Abba, which lay bound with them that he made insurrection with him.
Hold on for a minute. Now there was the one being called Barabbas, they're gonna say Barabbas, was the fellow insurrectionist, having been bound, who in the uprising had committed. Y'all got it? It made sense for them to desire him to be let go. He was working for their favor. Y'all see that?
That's right.
For those that don't, insurrection is overthrowing government.
Right.
Sedition all go together. So you know what? He was an insurrectionist, where he was trying to fight against the oppression of the government. He's not the only person. There were other people too. So was Mordecai. Most people don't see it like this. They're teaching stuff wrong. That's what Mordecai was doing. They had set out rules and regulations that everybody was supposed to bow down and get homage to Haman. And the book said, and he wasn't doing it. And he led other people to a destruction, these people to fight against it. When the guy would try to come into the gate, he wouldn't move. He would sit right there. I ain't move my feet, nigga, step over. They don't like to look at stuff like that. Murdaka looked at, he wasn't moving out of the way. These people always been in uprising. They started to go against understanding. Now they tried to charge Nakum Yah with it. He fought against that fight. He fought against them telling that. He argued more or less against it, told them, ain't no such a thing. Don't y'all know there had already been a writing about that? That there was going to be one that was going to make himself a malak, and that he was going to think that caused the people to rebel against. Man, this thing worked out for them on two ends. We let a man get away with clear murder, who had been fighting against an oppressive system that fought against us. Then we got a man we put up who was looking to make himself a malak and going to cause her to rebel against him too. Hello? Let's see what they said. We'll come back. Well, let me finish it right quick. And it came to pass that the Ish, who was called by the name of Bar Abba, was a prisoner along with the rebels. So he wasn't the only person. He was leading a band of men.
Right.
Insurrectionists who had committed murder at the time of the rebellion. Who does it remind y'all of? Say it louder. You said capital? Oh my God, he said a capital. No, Musha. Y'all didn't know Musha did it. Let me tell you something. Y'all don't look, see, let me tell you how y'all see all your people, all right, all our people. They give them to you in such a way till they just look like they were these people that were passive. These people fought against. These guys were the words y'all using now, revolutionary. You copying people that were before the word was invented. That's what Musha did. It was a rebellion. This man had come down and gave up his seat. He said, I'm no longer working with these people. I'm against the system. Because the system are oppressing people that need to be freed. And when he saw one of them suffering wrong, guess what he did? He avenged them. He saw one of them trying to kill one of the Misraim trying to kill a Yehudi, a Yasharal, and he slew him in the rebellion. Because the only way we've been fighting because the Yasharal person would have been rebelling against Misraim rules. And when Musha saw it, he killed him and buried him in the sand. And he got away, just like Bar-Abba. He got away clean. He said, surely the thing is known. Isn't that right? Musha helped one of the rebels. See, they don't teach you stuff like that. They got you there, oh, it's a cute little Bible story. The way they present it to you is what keeps you so passive. Why y'all think these people were against this book? They was against our building. You know these folks do, you get a permit and build any one of these churches you want. There ain't no nigga ain't going nowhere, all your stuff lead to Catholicism. Don't y'all know when we went back to build that city, they called it the Rebellion City? That was the city of the rebels. They went and wanted the names. I need y'all guys' names so I can report that y'all trying to put that city back up. It was hard taking y'all down, and we don't need you back up. It's tight. How would you guys see if Azara 5, 6, 7, 7. Let me see 5 first. 5, 6. Ooh. That's what I want. Had to get my mind together. I ain't young as I used to be. I used to remember all kind of stuff. Azara. They're going to put Israel. Azara. Where that start at 7? We can go back up 6. Let's start 5-1 right quick, please. Let me see. Look at these people here. You need to look at this. All right? See, this first what got you. When you think prophet, you know what you're thinking? Soft toe. Ain't gonna do nothing. Ain't gonna bother nobody. Prayer warriors. Okay? Let's see what happened. Listen.
Then the Nabaim, Kagi, the Nabah, and Zechariah, the Ben of Edu, Nabur unto the Yahudim that were in Yehuda and Jerusalem in the Shem of the Elohim of Yasharal, even unto them.
Hold on, so say, and the one they did it with was, now when it said to the Yahudim, it says of the ones in Yehuda and in Jerusalem. So say I'm Yehudi, right? But I was over in somewhere else. Man, that thing talking to me. I don't know how. I was talking to the ones in Yehuda and Jerusalem. That's important when we say, because there it just said a Yahudim, so people take it that they was talking to everybody dispersed out. No, I want to talking to the ones in Yehuda. This is who I'm Nabur to. This is who I'm talking to, the ones in Jerusalem. Y'all got it? All right, let's see.
Then cum up Zerubbabel, the ben of Shealtiel, and Yeshua, the ben of Yozadak, and began to build the Beth of Elohim, which is at Jerusalem.
Hold on. Here it said, build a house out here. Yeah, the one in Jerusalem. Man, we got them all over. We got one over here in America. We got one in Alpharetta. Nobody, we don't know nothing about them building that one. The one they were trying to put back was the one in Jerusalem, and we'll see why it's key. Now they'll let you go put them up anywhere. We'll show you why. Let's see.
And with them were the Nabaim of Elohim helping them.
I missed something. Okay. Hold
that
on.
was the rest of two.
Oh, okay. Good deal. Okay.
At the same time came to them Tatnai, governor on this side the Nahar, and Shethar Boznai, and their Reah, and said thus unto them, who hath amar you to build this bed?
Who has ordained, which would be appointed? Who appointed y'all to do this? Remember we talked about appointed last night? My young people, what was appointed, y'all remember, without looking? Do anybody remember without looking? All right, what is it with looking then? See that? A time or a place decided on beforehand. So they come here watching them build it. Who appointed you to do that? Who decided this beforehand? So before y'all started, y'all should have got with us. Got it? It needed to be an appointment for this before it should have happened. And that's what they're going back to look at. Who appointed you guys to do this? Who ordained to you a decree to build this bed and this expense to ready? I guess a lot of charge for this. Let's see what happened.
Then said we unto them after this manner, what are the Shem of the Anashim that make this building?
What are the names of the men building this city? Let's see what happened.
But the Un of their Elohim was upon the Zakanim of the Yahudim, that they could not cause them to cease, till the matter came to Darius, and then they returned answer by letter concerning this matter.
Okay, and they did not cause them to cease work until the decree was carried to Darius. And then it was given to the tribute gatherers concerning this. See, that what they looked at, some people had to pay for this. Come on.
The copy of the letter that Tatnai, governor on this side, the Nahar, and Shethar Boznai, and his Reah, the Apharsachites, which were on this side, the Nahar, sent unto Darius the Malach. They sent a letter unto him wherein was Katab thus, unto Darius the Malach al Shalom. Be it known unto the Malach that we went into the province of Yehuda to the bed of the great Elohim, which is builded with great Aban.
Huge stone.
And timber is laid in the walls, and this work goeth fast on, and prospereth in their hands.
He said it done perfectly. They said there ain't no faults or defects in it. Come on.
Then asked we those Zakanim, and said unto them thus, who amar you to build this bed and to make up these walls?
And to finish this structure. Come on.
We asked their Shem also to certify thee, that we might katab the Shem of the Anashim that were the Rosh of them. And thus they returned us answer, saying, we are the Abadim of the Elohim of Shamayim and the Rats, and build this bet that was builded these many Shanim ago, which a great Malak of Yasharal builded and set up.
And finished. Come on.
But after that, our Abud had provoked the Elohim of Shamayim unto wrath. He gave them into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, the Malak of Babylon, the Chaldean, who destroyed this bet and carried the arm away into Babylon.
So they deported them. Okay.
But in the Akkad Shana of Chorus, the Malak of Babel, the same Malak Chorus made a decree to build this bet of Elohim.
Okay.
And the vessels also of gold and silver of the bet of Elohim, which Nebuchadnezzar took out of the Mashkan that was in Jerusalem, and brought them into the Mashkan of Babel, those did Chorus the Malak take out of the Mashkan of Babel, and they were delivered unto one, whose Shem was Sheshbazzar, whom he had made governor.
Who he appointed governor, who he set in a designated person in a place beforehand. All right.
And said unto him, take these vessels, go, carry them into the Mashkan that is in Jerusalem, and let the Beth of Elohim be builded in his Malkum.
See that? In a place where it was. Don't put it nowhere else. Come on. 16.
Then came the same Sheshbazzar and laid the foundation of the Beth of Elohim, which is in Jerusalem. And since that time, even until now, hath it been in building, and yet it is not finished.
Mm-hmm.
Now therefore, if it seemed to the Malak,
Wait, you're 60 or 17?
17, yes.
Y'all
Sir.
at 16. Who? That's what, when they argued about it. No, this is what I want right here. That's fine. I know, and the fourth was, I can't remember the name, start with a Z with them, don't it? Where who? Yeah. Oh, they talk about the rebellious city there in the fourth too. When they asked to help them build it. And we let them know we ain't want no help, we were gonna build it ourselves. Well, here what I want to let them see as well, or why they went and they built it in the 5th chapter, and the reason I want to show them in the 5th chapter about when they did it, because these people would have been looked at, they were rebelled, they was rebels. They looked, if you put the city back, then you're gonna get the people somewhere to go back to, and they're gonna be minded to do the same thing again. They're gonna be resistance against any other government, or any other ruler, any other authority. That was the whole purpose of Yahuwah giving us a city, established us and made us set up a government. So when it came down to something being done, we already had somebody to do it. There was no reason for us to ever look out to other people for a dependency. We did things with people as a trade, but we didn't have to have you. Y'all got what I'm saying? Now what they got us at, we look at them for a depend. Even the so-called people in Israel, they look for America to help defend them.
That's true.
That part of the reason why people don't go in and they would have went when they would have been gone and taken them white folks out of there. But America, all these other countries, they're depending on them to defend them. Iran would have been and took them down. Yeah, we'd have been took them joker down. They look like they look like that simply because they got all these other white nations standing for them who's got to keep the lie filtering. Because you ever show that the real people were the people of color, it's going to be a major problem. Even it's going to be a rebellion among their own people. They look at, somebody need to tell you to put that city back so you can see what they would be considered as rebels, as was Nakum Yah. What a lot of these people that gone up, they looked at, man, I'm not doing it no more, I'm done. He started out working for the system and he worked inside of the council with the Malak. But after he had gone back and put the wall back, that was it. And so what I'm trying to get y'all to go back and look at, these people had a fear of that city. Why y'all think they won't fund and put us up? They know if you fund and put us back and put us up, well, they ain't no fool. We're not getting y'all out of that. That's why they took down them projects. Police were scared to go in projects. That you learn later, ghetto is another word for a Jewish community. And I've yet to find a Jewish community that call themselves the ghetto. They'll argue and tell, we don't even know ghetto. Ghetto is a Jewish community. What did they know? You first got projects under Lyndon Baines Johnson. That's where you got project houses that they start calling ghettos. Lyndon Baines Johnson gave you them homes, and look how it turned out. It looked, first they were nice, apartments put up for family, and we lined up, they were crippling centers. They broke up homes. They let them know, you know what, first families were coming in, then they started looking at, we got to put unwed mothers in here with kids. You can't have no man staying here. If you're married, you got to get out. So it started the filtering of us breaking up the black homes. They saw our best talent. Where they got it from? Out of the ghetto projects. Some of your best basketball players, single parent home, football players, single parent homes. They started looking at these people talented sitting in here. No matter where you put them, what condition they work. That they look at Shem Shun. Some of our best athletes, some of our best star people are felons. They put him on the field as a felon. Michael Vick, after them dog felon, what they did, put him right back out there to display his talent. Brought him out there and put him in a ditch. He had to work making $12 an hour, $10 an hour in a ditch. Worked their way back up on the NFL football field. So we come from that verse. We come from being the underdog. This ain't nothing new for us. So they see how I'm talking like that. We got plenty of our people like that. We're going to rebel against the system. We see the system is working against us. And that's what they look at. We can't wait on them. And look how we holding them back. First of all, who paying for this stuff? We don't want your money. That's right. We already sat to take it. That's how they cripple you. Look, they start making it look like the thing here, it's going to cost the county. The city it's going to put us at a deficit. They're like, look, we already got this set up. That's right. And then what folks don't look at them, you building a house, and they start talking about bring back all the vessels. Those were utensils. A house got to have somewhere set up for people to come in and sit down, congregate, and eat. Don't y'all know we built that? We had utensils. We had spoons. We had cups. We had all kind of brazen gold vessels. We had this stuff. It was furnished. We were building a house. How you build a house and don't put furniture in it? Niggas the only one, y'all the only nigga get a house and get a mattress and start living. Who ain't never taught us that. All that stuff y'all got, that's your slave mind. Slaves never own nothing. I'm just telling you, let me tell you something, man. Listen, y'all most slave-minded niggas I've seen in my life. Because they taught you that Yahuwah brought us out of Mizraim. We have nowhere to stay. We were out traveling. We built a booth, a bed, a temple, a tent. And inside of it, we had vessels. We had a table. And you know, every time we moved, we had to carry out furniture with us. We didn't do that junk y'all do. Hey, man, who want this? Who want these beds? Who want this? We had to keep it. Guess what? I'm going to get another house. We the only people. It don't make sense to buy this stupid. I ain't got nowhere to stay. But did they build all this stuff after they got the march after Shaluma built it? When he built it, it was the house what they already had. Y'all quit thinking like niggas. I'm talking about the dumb ones. You don't want to own that. Them folks already had this stuff. Table, vessel. We had lampstands. Man, years ago, niggas don't buy lamps now. They got lights everywhere. Man, we come and you had to have lamps in your house. We got here, you had a lamp. Niggas don't get no lamps no more. Man, you had, I remember growing up, we had lamps in the house. Man, that was almost a given. You bought furniture, you had to have lamps. Hold on, these folks going to say, please say you ain't got no lamp, you going to shield. I did not say that. I did not say that. I'm just telling you, he already set them up. Why? I'm setting you up when you leave out with goods. I'm giving you, make sure you got gold and silver, things you can trade with, so you already walking out with things you possess. People that own things look at things different than people that don't own nothing. Okay? You look at things totally different. You got to look at the keep and the where. What I have to do, now I got to get somewhere to put this. That's why people get rid of it. Listen, man, I ain't got nowhere to go, so just take all of y'all can have this. Because I'm already mentally set myself not to own anything or have anything. I'm just going to be to the bare necessity. But when they established, he put them out, their house was furnished. Hold you guys. See if that 10 and 1. 10. 9 and 1, Abarim. I can take y'all more in depth than that, but let's keep it simple because y'all ain't got that kind of mind standing there where y'all can take a whole lot. It's not there where y'all just kind of, y'all embrace the fact of just getting the information and embracing and understanding it so you know what you're doing. You know why you're doing what you're doing. Let's see what he told you. Let's see this. Listen.
Then Amon, the first Berith, had also ordinance ordinances of regulations of service,
And what else?
and a Aratz Magdash.
Y'all hear what they said? See, mine in my heart, take that in your heart and thump it in the trash. They had a worldly dwelling place. When in the world, it don't make sense to have one. They had one. Let's see what they had. Come on.
For there was a mashkan made,
Prepared. What?
the first wherein was the lampstands, and the table, and the shewbread, which is Kara, the Magdash.
Who got a table? They got a table. You know what nigga do? Just stick it in your lap. They had a table. They could sit down until they could eat. He established it that way for them. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
They had all this stuff already prepared.
That's right.
They didn't build this after Shaluma built no mashkan. I don't know where y'all got it from. They already had this stuff done. They had spoons. They had all these things. They already had them. Nigga need silverware. How I'm gonna eat? Just pick your hand and just start eating. Yahushua would have break the lakam representing because he had nothing in his hand. They had dishes. We had plates. We had all this stuff. It would have been significant. They'll look at why he don't use the silverware. He broke it. Samson, Nasser. He broke it. He had nothing in his hand. Then he told you it was his body. See, all this would have been symbolism. It would have been symbolism for them. Y'all got it? That's why you need to know it, and you need to understand when you see this, there's a reason why. Listen, them folks look at folks come in the house, they need to see furniture. So the first part of how you come in, he said, I got the tag, I got a lampstand.
Right.
You want how? Why is it pit blacked up? Man, ain't trying to cut on no light. You know, nigga trying to cut down. Man, keep them candles burning. They first way, cut your lights out. You were taught to keep your lamps always burning.
That's right. That's right.
You don't have when we were little. We all had night lights.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So there was always a continuing light in the house. Y'all remember?
That's true.
Nigga don't do. I keep them in a certain part of my house. You had night lights.
Yeah, that's right.
That's tight. Everybody try to just cut down and do. I understand. Listen, I'm not telling you commit guitar yet. No, mister. No. What I'm trying to tell you is the way they saw things. So let me ask something. So if I had to keep the lights continually on, what that mean with my bill? Go up. Yeah. So what I'm gonna have to do?
Work to pay it.
So with theirs, they had to have continuing oil. Which means what they had to do?
Work to sustain it.
You gotta be able to do what it gotta take to sustain it, because the order was it was supposed to continue to burn. Now let's transfer that. Let your light so shine. That's gonna be a cost, and that's gonna take a lot of work. But how did you understand it? But see, when you don't understand stuff, you just, man, not my brother. They had the rationale of some stuff. I just, all right, that's where you at then. We ain't supposed to be here nowhere. This ain't a home. You thought that was their home? They were carrying that tent around. They had fun. Can you imagine? Them folks was carrying around tables and spoons and forks and plates and lampstands. They had to bear this stuff and carry and move and keep moving it. Every time we move, we do give away all your stuff. Keep rebuying. They wasn't getting away nothing. And when they stuff was confiscated, they wanted it back. You ain't worried about, I'm gonna get all new dishes and I'm about a new spoon, I'm gonna get all that stuff. No. I'm gonna get my stuff back. There's a decree, I gotta get that back. Because it goes in a particular place. So just like with us, let me see how that work. Be ye clean, ye that. Who eat off a dirty fork, dirty spoon, dirty plate? So those vessels and utensils had to be clean. So he just told me that I bear the vessel of Yahuwah. What was I supposed to do? Wow. I supposed to make sure I was clean. Y'all got it? So it might seem as though it was added work, but he was trying to get them to understand a Ruach concept. The only way for them to understand it was to allow them to do some natural things so they could see certain things you don't get rid of. And when you lose them, you work to recover them back. That's all they want to do. We're just trying to recover back what's ours. Now, I'm going to look like a rebel to you. I'm going to look like somebody to fight against the system and go against the grain, but I'm actually going along with a system that was already entailed before I met you. See, a lot of things they'll count us as criminal for over here. Listen, you'll be a law-abiding citizen if you was in your own place.
That's right. That's right. Yes, sir.
Wanting equality.
Right.
Want to be treated fair.
Yes, sir.
Now it's criminal.
That's right. That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Listen, I can legally bust it. You trying to break in my house, right? By force. I can legally kill you by their laws. I can legally kill you. You're trying to enter in my domain and trying to take something from me. I'm not. I'm using an example. Ella look at me saying, kill my daddy? No, example. So now with that, you look at this. The reason why we don't have a defense when it comes against these people, you can't kill nobody in their own house.
Right.
That's why the laws didn't work in you. You in their house. If Basta break in my house and Basta kills me, where Basta going? So Basta break in my house, I kill Basta. I'm free. I'm a law-abiding citizen. The reason why it don't work against you, you in somebody else's house.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You in somebody else's house trying to defend your right. It don't work in your favor. That's why it was important for them to go back to Jerusalem and put that back. Furnish my stuff, because now I've been furnishing everything with your stuff. It's time me to go back and put everything back in its proper place. Y'all got it? Somebody that knows and have knowledge to know how to put it back. So me and Dwayne and Tim, we work in a construction field for a reason. We might very well be the people that had to help come back and get with y'all and look and have to start putting this thing back.
Yeah. That's right.
That's what they would have did. They would have took the people that had the talent to know how to say, let's put it back. Got a hard job, he do electrical. We got stuff we put together. We got to go ahead and put this house back.
That's right.
There are going to be other people that want to help us, but as they looked at, we don't want your help.
That's right.
They said, because these people, I know you read, yeah, let everybody help. Not at all. You have absolutely nothing to do with our Elohim.
That's right.
There were people that tried to persuade them in helping. Was that the fourth or the third chapter? Fourth chapter, same book. Now we'll look at the fourth chapter. Same book, Ezra, 4 and 1. I help y'all understand it. See, you don't see them the way that you're supposed to, and that's what they make sure. Let me tell you what you'll find out when you go to these churches. Y'all been there? How many of y'all remember churches, organization? How many of y'all remember y'all church and organization you to read Ezra and go through there and show you there? They ain't read stuff. You're going to read the gospel writer, as they call them. You're going to read stuff in the Old Testament about paying tithes. You might read some about Moses on stuff. All your stuff going to be about to the glory of God, Jesus Christ. They're not going to teach you and show you these people were rebels.
Yes, sir.
They were rebels. But see, the words sound bad because they're tainted. They give you the name and put a call like a terrorist. Because you're invoking fear. People that say Black Lives Matter coming down the street, oh, they terrorists. Oh, they trying to scare people. They're not scared. They're afraid because they're saying you unifying. And you all agreeing it's wrong what's going on. So now to make you go back, they give you a name and say, we're going to report you back to the governor. We're going to report you back to the Senate and report you back as a troublemaker and a rebel rouser. And that's how they scare people and disperse them out. That's how they get us every time, because you fall for their definition. What's your cause? What if Daoud would have just took the comments and the rating that no, not Shaul, that Goliath gave him? The book said he disdained him. He insulted him. What if he said, well, I can't do it because the Philistines is powerful people. They done already called me and titled me and labeled me, so therefore I can't do nothing. Call him all kind of dogs. I mean, he insulted the man. See, they insult you when they call you these titles, when all you try to do is just to liberate yourself. That's all these people look at, liberation. They realize something. I need to build my own house. I've been building it. I done built pyramids. I done built Sphinx. I done built all this stuff. They look like, what house you want to build? The one in Jerusalem. And anytime you want your own and you want to be acknowledged as your own, or you want what belongs to you back, then they're going to title you and label you. And that's where you get scared, and that's where you quit at. White people ain't worried about you calling them. You call what you want to, they'll do it again. Look, they went right back and marched right back up there in Washington, D.C. How many of them went to jail? Y'all remember they went back up there for a march against that about what happened? And none of them went to jail. White people returned to the scene of the crime to let you know the power they had. And they knew they weren't going to shoot them. They had police and everything. You thought they were grabbing them white folks, throwing them down and searching them? They knew better than that. They said, these people Americans. These people at home. If it's a house, it's made to be inhabited, ain't it? Yes, you know whose house that is? That's the people's house. Yeah. See, a lot of stuff they don't know. Why y'all think they call that? It's the people's house. When they ever taught us stuff like that? That's why some of the white Republicans fighting with them, they're looking at it's their house. It's the people's house. And they wanted them out of it. Because they felt like they did them a disservice. And you don't even look at you get a disservice done to you. Huh? Yeah, that's how it is. And then you got to start learning how to judge yourself. Like Shamshun did. You saw he went down and started crying, break down. Why I do that? Man, I ain't nothing but a felon, man. My whole life ain't nothing but the devil. That's what he was doing, just crying out, man, he ain't around. Man, I'm a geek monster. Well, he looking at man, he said, listen, and he admitted, and I did them a disservice. He said, yet I'm blameless. When they came down to question him, his own people tried to come in. Man, what you done effed up? Nigga, we in here hardwood floor, nigga. Master give a hot toddy. He said, what I did to them, they did it to me. Gave them Torah, eye for eye, hand for hand, foot for foot, and rail for rail. He said, what they did to me, that's what I did. You can't do that with everybody. You know what happened? Everybody blind ain't got no hand. So be it. When enough people get blind with no hand, the rest of them that got them will stop. Hey, that's how they get you out, ain't it? Eye for eye and tooth for tooth, leave a lot of bad money, a lot of bad mouth and blind people. So be it.
Yep, that's right.
You don't need to tell it me, you need to tell it to the people that are doing the offense. That's right. See, that's how they twist you up and make folks, they sound ratchet, don't it? We don't want a whole bunch of blind people doing. We don't want a whole bunch of bad mouth people doing. See, you don't want to be blind, you don't want to be bad mouth, then don't do to people what you don't want them to do to you. I'm not finna sway no Torah all to try to make nobody feel good. That's the book. Shamshun gave them what he did to them. That's right. And that's the same thing Yahushua coming back. All them that pierced him gonna do what? Well, because somebody a problem. Even because of him. What was he doing up on that too? He was wailing, weeping and wailing. So the people he gonna come back to, what they gotta do? When he come back, he told you he had a sword, didn't he? Then they pierce him in his side. He gonna pierce him through. That's Torah when he come back. How the law gonna be gone? He gonna come and institute the Torah. When I come back, you gonna cry. When I come back, I'm gonna dash you through. You did it to me. He gonna tell you he called a Nazarene. Then he gotta come and what they did to me, I'm gonna do it to them. That's how you make changes. Way they got it. Let the system work. You just got to let this system work. Every time we let the system work, the system chewing and grinding us up. That's right. Let Elohim work. Yeah. Then you get equality. That's right. All right, come on, let's get y'all this. I can get y'all done. All right, let's say 4 and 1. Listen.
Now when the adversaries of Yehuda and Benjamin Shammah that the benim of the captivity builded the mashkan unto Yahuwah Elohim of Yasharal.
The enemy, they call it sorry. Sorry. Y'all might call that for enemies. It's the adversary, sorry, which is the sod. Then they got the, oh, they saying it's the, Where am I at up here? I know I ain't here. Sod. Rosh, yard, sod. So the A is an enunciation. T-S-A, what is this? Comments. Come on, I ain't have but one person who comments. Not when I gave y'all a chart. Comments tell y'all that it's coming in with the A. The reason I stopped on the A is I try to make sure it wasn't the in enunciation. So they tell you T-S-A. Y'all got it? This is not the people at the airport. Sa. They ain't tell you about the Rosh. Then he tell you right here, what do we have here? Karik. What do we find about, hold on, Karik? No, Karik, no. Karik is one. This is Sari. Yeah. Sari telling us that we're making an E sound. What kind of E?
A.
In 8.
Like gray or 8.
The E-I. So if you're enunciating the word 8, you're using the E-I in enunciation. Eh. So the eh. Y'all got it? At the eh, you're making an E with the I. Okay? These things y'all need to watch because we got to follow these people. Mm-hmm. These people don't get you back your language. You don't even know their language. They only taught you bits and pieces. All you teach a slave is, think about this. I got to communicate with you, Chris. You're a slave, okay? I'm reading them usually as an example. Plus, you're from Alabama, so this is present day. So, I'm sorry, he's not from Alabama. He's from Huntsville. He said, yeah, Huntsville, Alabama. So then, I'm only going to communicate and teach you enough to do what I need you to do. I won't tell you anything more than that. That's why I would not allow him to read, nor will I catch him writing. So everything that he's going to speak and say is going to be basically what I told him. That's all he's going to speak is what I told him. All his truth are based upon what I told him. So when it came down to a point that they realized eventually I need these niggas to read signs. I need these niggas to understand laws because I'm telling them stuff, but it's just being told is nothing they can read, so they'll hold it as a truth. So now I'm going to teach you how to read, but I'm going to teach you how to read based upon a certain science to do what I need you to do. The average of us don't read well enough to emancipate ourselves. You really don't comprehend English enough. No, you have enough understanding to even establish yourself. There has never been a civil rights leader. There has never been one of these Negro leaders that have ever tried to set us up and stand us up to anything and try to form government. They try to teach us how to work in the system, how to beg the system. And when they tell, all right, everybody just go back home, we're going to wait. We're going to wait for President Johnson to sign some paperwork, then we're going to go back. Then we wait. If he had signed the right paper in the first place, we wouldn't be here.
That's right.
See, when you come out with force to stand, you don't stop until your cause is met.
That's right.
See, you know, they say, hey, well, don't worry, we won, let's go home, yeah, victory, huh? All that ain't gonna let anybody turn me around. Apparently they did, because you didn't accomplish nothing.
Right.
See, they beat us with it all, ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, whoa, turn me around, whoa, turn me around, ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Nothing but lies. You would turn around when you came.
That's right.
You pretty much walk with your boot out. Because they didn't accomplish nothing. That makes no sense to keep saying the struggle is real, the fight is over. It don't make sense. When you see the North walk around talking about, woo, we got to unite America. We got to try to get everybody, we got to get the South to come together with the North. When you seen the Northern do that, the Union? Because it's already been accomplished. It's over with. When they went around and celebrated. Keep running around every year commemorating them out. One day we gonna get the South on our side. Whoa, let's march together north down to the South. Try to get them to come on over to the North. They done it. White folk done accomplished what they want to accomplish. You still a dumb, uneducated nigga, and you behind financially, and you sick. They done. That's why they have to come out and march. You marching. You need a whole month. Try to go back on something. Them folks said, no, you when I was coming on February, we got all the roots. We ain't have a black, we got to see Dr. King, Little Boy King, Regular King, all that. Man, ain't seen none of that stuff on no TV. They don't give you that stuff. They got another day the federal government shut down and get paid for free. What did Dr. King? Everybody go to work. We celebrating the coming of Dr. King. Let's go over. What are they? I'm just been somebody tell me I'm kind of stupid. One of y'all, come on, help me out. What did he do? He definitely got paid. And he was like, look at them booty. I'm just being honest. What got accomplished? We got statue, Andrew Young's statue going up this year. John Lewis got it. I'm just being honest with y'all. Please tell me what we accomplished. Because if we did, we shouldn't still be fighting for it. Why are we still marching, fighting for the same stuff? Because you did. See, well, when somebody say that without feeling like, oh, I say them black people gonna come against me, bump these niggas. Tell the folk the truth. Nothing got to come and you wouldn't be still talking about it. How many of y'all graduate from high school? How many of y'all go around and do a march on how you need to keep going and graduate from high school? Why not? Why you still marching for civil rights? Why you still marching for equality? Because Dr. King them marched for it and got it for it. That makes no sense. Then why you still got these black organizations out here? Because you haven't accomplished it. How people understand a high school diploma, they can't understand you don't have nothing with no freedom. I don't know how people are so dumb. All right, let me come on and finish this up. Now when our sorry enemies of Yehuda and Benjamin heard
that the Benim of the captivity builded the Mashkan unto Yahuwah Elohim of Yasharal.
Let's see what happened.
Then they came to Zerubbabel and to the Rosh of the Abel and said unto them, let us build with you, for we seek your Elohim as ye do, and we do Zabak unto him since the Yamim of Asar Hadan, Malak of Ashur, which brought us up hither.
Verse 3.
But Zerubbabel and Yeshua and the rest of the Rosh of the Abel of Yasharal said unto them, ye have nothing to do with us.
Well, we can't say what the Lord doing because God working in a mysterious way, and he'll do that, so he'll let your enemy come and help you. And I'm just glad to have y'all here today. Won't he do it? Come on, Holy Ghost.
Ye have nothing to do with us to build in Beth unto our Elohim, but we ourselves together will build unto Yahuwah Elohim of Yasharal, as Malak Chorus, the Malak of Para, hath amar us.
And he put in his letter, it's y'all house. You need to build it. How many times I told y'all white folk need to come and help fix our stuff? How many times I've been telling y'all we need to fix it? How many times I told you they need to help us with our kid? How many times I said we need to get our kid? That's what Chorus wrote. Yahuwah wrote that. We don't need our enemy. Why would my enemy come help me build my house?
That's right.
We're the only people. Why would my enemy be educating my kid?
Right.
Go ask any of these white clan groups. Say, listen, y'all believe in God? Yes. Yeah, so once y'all let them come in and let Tony smell too. They say, Tony, that nigga ain't finna educate our kid. He'll teach them something different than what we teaching them. It ain't gonna be beneficial for us to teach them, but it's beneficial for your kid to get taught by them. Let me ask you. They wouldn't let them build a house with them, but sure they let them educate their kid. Sure they let them came and gave them a vaccine. First of all, they said, you are our enemies.
That's right.
Why would you have anything to do with what we're doing?
That's right.
Yeah, y'all Dr. King niggas. Dr. King niggas. And you hate Iran. Paris is Iran. Never told you. You will move from Iraq, and you didn't believe it, right there borderland. You were right there border. That's what Iran and Iraq, they neighbors. So you will move from Babylon, Iraq, and you will move over, which Nineveh, all that you was in, and you will move right over in Iran. And none of these folk never told us this. What country they more or less keep you away from, try to keep you out of? Yeah, Iran, Iraq, terrorists, everything. I ain't down the folk there, because the folks in there ain't but some mixed switch hitters they put there. But a man that gave you a decree for you to go back and build your house and establish yourself, that's why they would think about this. Let me show you how stuff works now. Now, you learned that since you've been here. How many of y'all knew before you came here that you were in Iran? Good, thank you. So now, you did, you knew it. Okay. Who been teaching you? Who teach you? And you knew that before I told it to you? Erase that and take it now. Iran now. You knew there was Iran before you came? Okay, good deal. So then, which is really not important, just want to see. Think about this. Iran has declared that they're going to destroy where? Who? Exactly right. Israel. Wipe it out the face of the map. Why would these white people let them exist there? Because they destroyed it, keep us from going back and building it. Right. They put the people there in Iran and changed the name so you wouldn't know. and purposely put them there to fight against it so those white people to look like they the crusaders and helpers. Y'all didn't see Israel came out pissed with them, with Biden, trying to say, how you finna let these people be American? He said, well, they swore that they weren't gonna kill Americans. Did y'all not hear that? Yeah. Who heard this? That little bad man, Kasha. We gotta look at that. Kasha, not that I don't believe us, Kasha. I want to believe me and you, Kasha, but me and you the only two. You know, I want to say, oh man, I probably ain't even seen that. No. But y'all can pull that, just look that up for me. You don't have to move this yet. Just look it up, the statement that Iran, they're saying that they're going to let Iran get the nuclear stations. They're going to let them get ballistic bombs because they have sworn not to kill Americans. They need Iran. Iran helps with the country, even the South. That's why the South is pissed with them too. Like, what are you doing? Because these are their people. They play us as though they're against the people. Listen, and they taking them off the terrorist watch list. See, think about this. So you've been known as a terrorist. You've been called a terrorist, right? Why? Why? Because they said it. Now they saying you not one. Nothing you've done differently. You just told them, okay, we won't kill America. We're going to take you out the terrorist watch list. This is why everybody pissed. They want to know what changed. They say these are the sponsors. They helped in Syria. They helped in all kind of places with fighting and all. How are you taking them off? Because they put them there. Europe has been behind lifting that stuff off of them and letting them do it. It ain't just the U.S. I don't know what y'all niggas be thinking about. Don't put out on the U.S. Europe was the main people. They were at Trump about taking them out, saying let them have the nuclear. They need to be. Trump like, I'm not letting them have nothing. He's like, that's crazy. Jerusalem is the capital. And they going to blow it away. You know why? Y'all niggas ain't going to go back and build. They don't read your book. Y'all, you know what you can't do? You can't build where ain't nothing now. This ain't hard. How hard is it not to let them do this? These sand niggas. This is too easy to wipe the whole thing, make a parking lot of them. The people stand with their regime. They stand with their government. They're saying they're going to destroy the land. Give a damn about them people there. I'm talking about this our land. All these people will put there by these white people. Them same people, they do better trying to tell me they're Ugandans and South Africans. White people go move somewhere, be there 20 minutes, and they the natives. It's scary. It is really scary. That these people will play you like they for justice and fairness. All that whole little North American NATO junk ain't nothing but a trap. Nothing but a trap. Listen, they choking all these places. They choking them islands out. They can't give out no more visa to these billionaire white folk. They finna choke all these people out. This is a money game fight. Look how they keep putting sanction on oligarchs, all these titles and words they using, just being a family or the few friends that's in power with the government. That's all the whole people are. And look, if you look, they keep seizing all these billionaire people's stuff because this is a fight among them. Everybody else, we all casualties of war, hating each other. I don't give a damn about no Iranian. All these folks make this stuff. All I want to do, live and let live. Let them folks do what they want to. As long as you don't step in our yard and mess with us, don't give a damn about what you do. Y'all hear me? I like Henry Graham. When I had them boys speak, I tore him up. He said, I don't give a damn about it. It was in my yard. That's what he told. He moved on. He wasn't wasting this. He said, come on, show me. He said, where you got it from? I said, man, gonna kill me, go back here. I said, it was right here. My dad said, I said, it was right here. He said, it was right down that yard. He said, I don't give a damn about that. He said, get on my face. He said, go out there and play. He don't give a damn about that stuff. But I told them boys speak up. They were pissed too. I don't care. I want the magnet. You want something to play, man. You know about no damn speaker. I know. I'd have kept them and put them in other cars. They've been probably weather beat up by now, but But at the end of the day, it was in his yard. He didn't give a damn about it. I don't give a damn about what them folks do long they in my yard. Let them have them do what they want to do. Y'all got me. Now you doing some child exploitation and exploiting child and kidnapping women and raping all like that. Shit, I say kill all of them. That's how you kill it. If you don't want to get killed, you need to get out of there. I say you got 5 seconds. That's how you know who's serious. Everybody, once I dropped that bomb, I said they weren't serious. I gave them time. I gave Spade to repent. And you don't want them. That's how you got to enter. You got to make people not want to do it. Protect these kids. Turn around and play with these people. We be our own Supreme Court. We need our own system. That's the only way it worked. That's why they were putting back their house. That's why they kept their furniture. You know, they looked at, I'm going to get another place. It's kind of like some of y'all do. You move, you might downside, you put your stuff in storage. You know why? I'm going to need to get it out because I'm going to give me another place. They taught to be nomad, just travel, don't worry about having nothing. Just go with the love of God. These folk were worried about the whole time in captivity. We need our stuff. We need our place. We need our stuff. We need our own place. Y'all hear me? That was the whole crowd we made to them, that the place was too restricted for us. That's right. It was too narrow. It was too restricted for us. They said, we read it. We said we need more space. You know what the white people do? They taught us to condense. When COVID first came and all this stuff, they said, more people need to learn how to just live together. You know, move back in. That's how we start with slavery. Yeah, everybody, all the kids on the floor on the pallet. Mom and dad and the only one got a bed. Cousin will come spend the night, more folks on the floor. They ain't teach us to get no more. We ain't know about adding on. We ain't know about adding. Back then, nobody know about adding on, building on house. You made everything work what you had. I can tell you grew up, how many of y'all was in the house? 12. So that means y'all had 12 bedrooms then. Y'all had to 12, y'all had to have 12 bedrooms, at least 6 bathrooms. He said, ain't had a first bathroom. And how many, so y'all had 12 bedrooms with no baths inside. 3 bedrooms, 12 people. And that was considered big. Now we start pushing, saying everybody need their own bedroom and people need their own space. We start looking, it's too restricted. We need our own. But see, we kind of got some of the parallel of what we need to do, but we don't understand enough to realize you ain't gonna never have your own here. We got to establish and get our own. We got to work together for our own. Some of that start with what we're doing here now. We got to practice. You got to start putting something in practice before you get there. You think they weren't already practicing stuff before they got there where they were going to go and sell that? How they going to come in and build a home and they ain't never built nothing before? So they had to build a tent. And you had to establish and put out. So when you got there, you had a premise, an idea of what you needed based upon your people count. We need a place big enough. We need a table long enough. We need enough lamps to put room, to have light all around that place. And you put that in the front, so you got big, like your outside lights in front of the house. We kept those lamps. They come from us. People had two lights on the side of their door right there. We had lamps. So people can see the light. They know the place all the way open. Man, they're jumping and popping. Man, it was more happening place. That stuff they got good. You need to come see by Jerusalem, come by the Yehudi place. Most happening place. That's what we had them for, man. We were jumping. How the food tastes like butter. The lamb we cooked, that thing tastes like butter. Huh? We had crabs now. So they jump in and go back and play lottery. So, I'll try to finish y'all up, but I wanted y'all to understand that these people that took the decree, that took the stand, these people would be considered rebels. They were the strong of our people. See, when they got approached on stopping, we ain't doing it. Hey, man, let me jump in and help you. We don't need no help. So what you think gonna happen? You gonna force your help on? They probably gonna start praying. Let's say what they were gonna pray. Pray and ask the Lord Jesus Christ, who ain't even came yet. Lord Jesus Christ, who ain't got here yet. I'm asking for your help. We done told you we don't want your help. You are enemies. We are the only people that will embrace our enemies. They help us. Why? That's part of the psychosis we got in this captivity. And I look like the bad guy to a lot of these people. I'm the bad guy. Huh? Look at me. I'm the bad guy. Go ahead. Look at me. That's how they make you think. These people look like the bad guy, but because of their stance, that's why we here. What if they were like you? You draw back. You're afraid of these people. You won't stand. You won't stay with what you've been purposed to do. What if they were like us? Would I even be here now? I'm only here because these people all took stands. They took the criticism. They took the hate. They took the rhetoric from these people. But they looked at it was a cause, like Daoud. That's why he let Goliath insult him. There's a cause for me to be here.
That's right.
What do you mean there's a need? Yeah. There's a need. People against arson, correct?
Yes.
Do you know these bastards go in the wilderness and burn trees down so new trees can come in?
That's right. That's right.
That's all Shamshun did when he went through the standing corn, the standing wheat. We need some new stuff in here, so I need to burn and destroy this.
That's right.
Shouldn't be hard since everybody who came and we dealt with always burned our stuff. Amazing when the Klan came, what they were notorious for doing? Burning our houses. So you know what that make you do? It makes you go away and leave and start somewhere else different. So that's how they force you, keep you moving. They never let you get settled. Now they'll come in and they'll crash the economy and make you lose your house, keep you going. So when you keep a person like that, you keep a person from being stable. You don't understand what? Think about it. I got a little small kid, they crying. These folks done came, burnt my house down, and I got a family. I got to keep my mouth shut for my family. I ain't got time to get involved in my family. These folks destroyed your family. The family you fighting for, you got now, you getting to make a choice. The family our forefather got was what they gave them. They purposely put people together to cause problems. You got two different tribes. Although they come from a place with ethics, they both see things differently. Religiously, how things should be done. So when you put them together, you got what? Clash, chaos. Now y'all get opportunity to sit down and have a real conversation. How do you see this? How do you look at this? How should this be done? People just say stuff, but they never actually been put into play to know. And these are critical things that people need to sit down and have a conversation with, because it's going to come at the most opportune time. It's going to pop right up. You're going to say, we see stuff a lot different than I thought. People are like, oh, we're going to have sex. Anybody can see that. You ain't got to be no one. Prostitute ain't one with no John. She trying to get the money, he trying to get off. That don't mean they need to get married. So you talking about getting married and you talking about linking with somebody, they took away stuff that we just sat down and we looked at. Just like when a man got a wife, his father picked him. Shamshun was a grown man. Why he asked his dad to get him? Why? Let me see. His daddy old, his daddy more experienced, his daddy been married long enough to know what a wife look like. What wife he done had, the nigga need to go, he need to pick him. Boy, you just looking at the ass. How many times I told boys more than married than the ass? I'm horny. That ain't gonna be horny no more. That's what you're saying now. You be just as horny when you get married. Especially when you ain't getting on and laying right there breathing next to you. You're gonna put a padlock on it. Went in there and stabbed herself between the legs so she could look like she on a Jenny. They need to call her on a rag. I don't know what a Jenny is, but that's what they need to call her. Who remember they called her a Jenny? Hold on for a minute. When a woman's on her rag, you to call her a Jenny. Look that up for me. Look, I ain't got time to be fighting these folks. They need to call her. They said she on the, Uncle Ted, you might need to call her a Jenny when a woman's on her menstrual. I tell you, I used to go work with you, Uncle Ted. I can't, y'all see that? I can't work with her. You probably used to be out there with Martin Luther King. Now, Cash, you don't remember that? You called her mama what? That's what you to call her. Her who? Hunt Flo? Her Auntie Flo. This in Alabama? No, I'm from Atlanta. You never, no, not talk like that. Her Aunt Flo is in town? No, I didn't talk about, no, I didn't, that's the first time I heard that one. You remember that one, Uncle Ted? That's what they used to call her. They used to call her Jenny. They said she on her Jenny on her rag. You found it right now? That man looking for it in the scripture. I know he talked about that. There's a fountain going to be open to the Beth of Yehuda. But at the end of the day, a lot of the divide we have is because the system is not designed to keep us together. It's designed more or less to break us up. That's why it's important for us to get an understanding first with our Creator, so we know ourselves. Then we know what we can do, and we look. It helps us to understand what our expectations. What are the expectations we have for another individual? And a lot of times we hadn't known these things because the system it hadn't given it to us. You know how we typically learn about each other is when error happens. Divorce, separation. All these things are what we used to come into because nobody really sat down and really culture us or taught us to show us these are the things you look at, these are the things you need to manifest, these are the actions you need to have. And then you need to rid them. What happens now, be honest with you, they don't real women and marry now. They really don't. You won't. Nobody real. You had to go to one of the islands. You had to go. They teach them how important they got to cook. So you get a man. Clear. So you have kids. They don't tell them. These kids. They don't tell them kids no stuff like that. You don't know. Yeah, you don't even make that something. You don't need no man. You be your own woman, goddamn, and you finna have a big old long vibrator. You be in the hospital. You trying to have sex with an animal. Ain't no man out here like that. You trying to have sex with an animal. That is. They just messing them up. They getting the wrong concept. You have to reel a woman into behaviors of marriage. You have to reel. This ain't that you could teach nobody in no setting. So come on right quick, sit down, tell me about being married. It don't even work that way. It don't work. You have to reel men into why you do things. So when you get married, so when you get your own home, so when you'll know. Nobody trained us like that. You need that conversation. So you already minded towards. So when you get them, a lot of women, it's falling right into what they already been told. Of course, there are going to be some things they're going to learn along the way because nothing teach you like the actual experience, but they're already been groomed. That's why guys go up and get them, just like with Asian women. That was a hotter thing going and get them. Ain't it, Kasha? I know not no more, because you know why? They've been Americanized. Hold on. That is the clearest English I ever heard come out your mouth. It don't tell them no. That man said, hell no. No. When you ever heard him say that clear? No. But I'm just saying, when I was growing up, listen, I was going to name, listen, man, I was going straight to Japan and get me one. Out here straight and get, because I'm telling you why, Asian women were always more desired because they were told, listen, you want to argue back, they knew how to treat a man. They would groom them, just like the island, they groomed them on, you're going to be a wife. Now you got anyone, they want, man, I ain't trying to get married. She got on a whole tramp stamp on her back. She hold all up and tattooed in the street. She ain't trying to get married. What you think? Somebody call you a hoe, you need to just say, what else you gonna do? So they reeled them with that mindset. I'm preparing to be a wife, a mother. They already know how to take care of their brothers and sisters, niece and nephew. They own them. They groom them toward that. Y'all know that. In the country had that boy had to go out with their daddy and learn their trade. And that's, if it's chopping tree, whatever he gonna take him out, he gonna learn how to keep a field. He get a family. You get a family, get a house. They'll tell him. Back then, a man get married. He just know he need a house and he needs some land, cause he gonna have a field, and he got to be able to get his own crops out there. So it can't. That's the responsibility that comes with it. Now nobody teaches this. Nobody teaches this stuff. So it doesn't give a man a drive for anything because nobody teaches him. Because of what you're going to have, you're going to need a woman. I'm a wife. I'm a mother. No, I'm a career-oriented woman. I am an Oprah Winfrey night. That being honest, everybody's so career-oriented going. You fail at the home. Just complete failure at home. Business doing good, all that going, you're a failure. When you look at Kayal, the woman, it said that this woman right here, her kids even rise up and call her Baraka. Her kids even look and say, Mama, you're doing a great job. You're a great mom. The job you're doing, how you take care. Her husband sit out among the Zakani, they said, man, you got a good one. Instead they said, shit, me out, Ben got rid of her ass. You know what they had to sit around and say, Ben got rid of her ass. I don't know what you doing. That man sat around that man. He done envy all them guys. Right. Man, you got you a good one now. Yeah. Boy, that's a good one you got there, I tell you. But she got a sister. Done tell you. These women don't shoot for that. You're not minded no more. People not minded to do this stuff. And that's why we so far behind. That's our first priority, making sure the type of woman you are, making sure you follow in line with you and being a bard to Yahuwah. And then looking at being a wife and how to be a mother, how to keep your home, your behavior, what you manifest, what you orate out. You know what I'm saying? The aura you give off. Sometimes I tell them, I say, it ain't what you say, it's what you do. Right. It ain't always pop out your mouth. It's that you pick up that stuff and like, good. 10 pounds of blood fall out. Because people don't look at what you generate out is what you get back. You give out nasty. You give out that you give out that you don't do, that you don't like doing what you do. So like them I want to fool with you. I ain't saying that. It ain't what you say, what you show. Y'all got it. That's how important it is for the wife, the woman, and for the man, the husband to know that too.
That's right. That's right.
So we go over these little things right here so we can be better.
Yes, sir.
Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
And we went over this so y'all to understand how people stood. We had to go over there to show y'all about that. And I'm going to finish up Romans 15:1 right quick and I'll run on through, get y'all through. What time is it? Yeah, give me something to eat after. Romans 15, who was that 1? I just wanted to show y'all those incident situations so you'll know they were what they were called rebels, but those people were true fighters.
Yes, sir.
That's what you got to see yourself, a true fighter. You can't let these people define you. These people define you, they can undefine you too.
That's right.
You now look at these bastards, how they gonna define me? I'd have been in a nut case somewhere. I've been in a basket case somewhere about listening to these people, what they say, what they think. Not at all. Make sure how he defines you, that's the most important part. Not how they look at you and what they think about you. The same people that gonna judge you with these people, they the same people need help themselves.
Come on. Come on.
All right, this is Romans 15:1. Listen.
We then that are strong ought to bear the infirmities.
Let's
of
look
the
at what he
weak.
said. Let's do this. See, this is what happened. That makes it seem like all our people weak, stronger. Yashua was strong.
Yes, sir.
It just, his strength, when you look at Shamshun, was above the average man.
Right.
So are our people, but we were fast. We could outrun a deer. You know what I'm saying? And be talking while we were running.
Yeah.
I mean, so we were always fast while we were strong, but he's saying, but guess what? The ones that are stronger ought, which means they are expected to bear the
Infirmities.
the weaknesses, whether physical or mental, of the
Weak.
the weaker ones, the ones that's not as strong as you are, and not to please.
Ourselves.
That's what we had to look at. See, what Shamshun did, how Yahuwah got Shamshun was doing something because he said she. See that? But who it wound up working out for? So he was trying to teach us that since you're stronger, don't worry about trying to satisfy yourself. Make sure you try to help the other. Just like, listen, sometimes my right leg might give me issue. My body naturally put the strength on the left. It say you stronger. My right leg, my left leg, what the hell you doing? Get your ass back over there and can't wait. It said, guess what? We have to compensate to make up for the physical. Y'all got it? Even if it comes to your minister, you got to be able to weigh some things on some things that you can hold to that are strong. What y'all do, y'all to lay lax more to the weaker part of your mind. You got the front lobe and the back lobe, the cerebral cortex thing, the back, the oblongata, the front part of the brain, the lobe. So it's just like that. You got to learn how to shift things to the stronger part. That's what the body does. When something happens, something come out, other things work together to compensate. If you get fluid in your lung, you know what your body do? It's trying to get it out. Woo, I need to take some of this cough. Ooh, that thing killing me. Get rid of it. And it do, and you're going to wind up getting, you're going to already took something called moot. You're coughing because it's trying to expel what's in your lungs. Now, it don't hurt you. Say, ooh, you know what? Your throat start hurting sometimes with cough. But guess what? Guess what? Your throat need to bear it because we're trying not to die. The lungs can't expel it by itself. So it's got to come up through the lungs. Right? Which means I got to do it. So guess what happened? We just got to deal with it. He said your body works that way. Right? What you can't, so that's what he's telling. It's expected to do that. A lot of folks call, woo, I don't know what they call, because something's in your lungs. And your body's trying to expel it. Can you please stop coughing? Hell, you want me to choke and die? So can you please shut up? But if you don't understand how your body works and why things, you know what I'm saying, and you'll keep doing it even though it hurt, because the stronger part of you saying, I have to do it to support the weaker. So this is what Yahushua had to look at. It was only necessary needed for him to die because we were too weak to do it. We was too weak. He even told you that the Torah was weak. So if the Torah was weak, what was going to have to happen? We needed something stronger. Right? That's why he came in. Low I come. That's right. He said, I'm strong enough to do it. Right? Because we just didn't have the strength at the time. The book even declared that when we was, what happened? When we was weak, the strong bared it. So everything he's telling you, you got to put in context to understand it. How does this work? And not to make it about ourselves, individual. Like, oh, me. You making it about yourself. We got to consider the whole fold. It can't be about us no more. It's got to be about the fold. There's other people so we can get them standing. You get everybody standing. Like he told them how they were supposed to open their arm wide to the who? Why? He said, the poor you have among Yahweh. But when we went back, that's because of our piss poor system. We had them among us. Because he told about we were supposed to open our arm wide to the poor until they ceased. It was supposed to be a stop. That's what people miss. When he told us we have them with us always, it's because y'all ain't did what you need to do. You got to build and establish people. Say why I ain't try to offer you money. I try to offer you opportunity so you can get yourself out so we don't have to open our arms the way we do. That's right. Y'all got it? So a lot of stuff he taught us practices on how to do this. On liberating yourself by getting the quality and doing. He started us out with goods and put us out. Then we knew business. How to operate in business. When them people went out, them people were in business. Those that couldn't, they had people that were obligating their work for them. But we were able to do business and conduct business and knew how to hire and how to treat people. They don't need no damn sign for these people talking no labor stuff. He already told us how you're supposed to treat them. He said, man, that's your art. You know how to treat your art. There ain't no Canaanite. They ain't them. You supposed to know how to treat them. Now you see, you get them, they get signs saying these are employee labor rights. Who already gave them to us? Person come and work for you as a servant, you don't send that person out empty. He said you supposed to sure to send that person away with something. Those were our labor laws. Y'all impressed with that stuff they give y'all? Them signs? Talking about this is the law, this is the Torah. The Torah already taught us how to operate and how to do stuff. Then you had lifelong employee. Told you to bore a hole in his ear. Because he loved where he work at. He want to stay with the company. Same thing they do when they come along, they give you a gold watch for 25 years of service. See, we got to get back to the book and learn our principles again. They messed us up. They made us think the book was just looking out for side. Let me tell you something. Let's go with this right now. Everybody in here saved. Everybody was saved. This is saved. How you going to pay your bill? When they come over, save! And watch your light get cut off. Go to that grocery store and put up, I want you to get what you like and run across them for say, did I mention I'm saved? When they do that number here like this, somebody finna come. Somebody come here and they finna put you somewhere where you can be preserved. This is what people mess up. So when Yahuwah got them out of Mizraim to live, they were saved. That should have been it. The book should have ended. Because they still had to live and exist. They still had to operate. You still got to travel. And you still got to keep existing after that. So I had to teach you how to live. The book just does not teach you how to obtain salvation. It teaches you how to live. Because you still exist. Nobody gets saved and then die. That's the end of the story. You got to endure until the So I got to know how to live. I got to know how to operate, how you navigate. You got to know how to navigate and get through. You got to learn why certain, listen, in the 30th chapter of the book of Marshalling, they call, you don't have to go and get it, Marshalling, they call proverb. The man told him not to make him too poor, lest, and he didn't want to be too rich, lest he forget. So what did he know? Be content. It's crazy. Balance. You got scales, we learn how to balance. I can't be where the edge is because the edge is going to push me off. I need to have a safe distance from poor, but I don't need to be too far overindulged in what I'm doing because I watch other people. That's why it's concise. You're looking at writings from Solomon. He looked at a lot of these things. I watch people fall from it. Too many things can make you fall. Too less of things can make you doubt and disbelieve. And he said, I wound up cursing my maker. So he realized I need to put myself in a certain position to where this is not my focal point and I can stay focused on my salvation. Because he said, I'll fall if I'm too poor. If I'm too rich, I'll forget. I ain't prayed in about 2 months. How much stuff you got? Because when a man got rations and they small, he realized I need him. When a man got too much, I'm doing pretty good, I'll be honest with you. I don't need nothing. And that's what we don't need to do, like he told you about the rich man who had much goods and said he's going to tear his old barns and build new one. Why? And I got much. And how long they laid up? For a week? For many years. And then Yahuwah told him that food, your soul gonna be required. Now who you gonna get at what you got laid up? That's what you understand by the balance. There has to be a balance of where you keep and where you put yourself. Otherwise, this the negative part that pulls and put us down. This center, salvation center. Then I gotta work and look at. I can't pay no bills with this. With the knowledge I received, I learned how to operate outside and how to deal with people, navigate, so I can get things done, so I can let this still be my focal point. Y'all got it? Yes, this is what you got to look at. Your enemy knows you. Your enemy know your struggle. Your enemy know what you wrestle with, okay? You don't know that. So when Kaua saw that the tree was all these things that the Nakash came and told her, you think the first time she ever seen the ox? All it take is persuasion. When the right situation take it. Stomach growling, a little hungry, need to grab something quick. Before you know it, you put yourself in a situation. So you have to be wise enough to realize how to position yourself to where these things that's your weakness, you start to make these things strength points for you now. Because as long as you leave them in weakness, they're going to be your defect. Your enemy going to know your defects. Let me see. Daud, he fought Goliath. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Let me borrow for a second. I can see him now. Come on. You hypothetical Goliath, he come on here. So punch him in the stomach. Y'all remember that? He punched him in the stomach. He started beating him in his arm. Boom, boom. Stomp your toe, because you stomp the big toe. He went for the head. Headshot. He looked, you good. He said, you're not that smart. Headshot be the best way to kill you. He looked at where the defect was. What was uncovered, what he could take down. Headshot. Huh? And he don't believe it. That was his soft spot. Damn thing sunk dead into his head. You got to know your enemy. I was listening to him talk, listening to him. He said, I see where your weakness at. Yeah. Everybody that's running from, they trying to muscle up with it. Right. All they keep telling me how many people are destroyed and beat. Right. They keep looking at, I'm looking at this man, I see where his weakness at. Right. I found a chink in his armor, it's in his head. Right. So he looked at, that's why he's successful. Your enemy is successful because he know where your weak spot at. It's up to you to go and protect your. Why do you think the book told you to put on the weapons again? It said put on the armor. Soul. Some of that stuff I was going at, your armor should cover that. With your breastplate, so nothing don't get and let your heart get overcharged. Had your feet shut. I stomped at the feet. So that's a tactic your enemy can use. Y'all know one of the things why the Russian soldiers are falling over them? They getting frostbite on their feet. They were playing in bullets, guns, missiles, tanks, planes. They were playing in ships, and they forgot, hell, my feet get cold out here. So they getting frostbite in their feet. See that? They didn't think about that. They thought they would run in and come right out, just like them white folks thought they gonna run in Mogadishu. Yeah. Got that ass towed up over there too. Green Beret. Navy SEAL, Special Forces, Army Ranger, Marine Ranger. That's the top elite of what they got. Everybody's ass got towed up and got drug out of there. Tell them, thank you, Pakistan. Had to come drag them out. Got towed up. Them jokers went in and didn't think they gonna need their vest. Thought they'd be right. They said, we'll be back in here, man, by the time it's noontime. By the time late for dinner, they were going to be back. They didn't make it back. They had to get drugged out because they prepared wrong. So that's why for us, that's what you think. You finna fight the devil, Satan with some words? No, that's not going to work. You got to fight him with behavior.
Yeah, that's right.
Y'all fight them hand. They come back. That's why I tell you to put on a head. So just like Goliath, that's why I'm telling you to put on a helmet. You already know in your mind, most of our wars start in our mind.
That's right.
Where your helmet at? That's not good. I ain't no use trying to push nothing on y'all. I ain't no use trying to push nothing on y'all. At the end of the day, that's why we're here. Make sure we get understanding. Make sure we get it right so we don't have to keep repeating the same cycle. Keep going through defeat. We need victories. We need wins. We need wins. That's where we at now. And the only way we're going to do that, we have to sit down and look at this book from a different perspective than what our oppressor gave it to us to do. And start looking at these people were liberators. These people were rebels. These people were insurrectionists. As what they'll call them. All these people were for, and to really sum them up, these people were truth seekers. Stop getting a bad context they try, but all the people wanted was the truth. All they want, if living and obeying the truth is gonna make me a rebel and make me an insurrection, then that's what I'm gonna be. If me getting equality is gonna make me what they want to call a terrorist or name you something, then let it be what it is. I assure you your fear of me is because your fear is the fear of somebody snapping doing right.
That's right.
It ain't because I'm walking around killing white folks. Trying to put it, look, when you say terror, nobody think about it because they're afraid because you can build something and become something. They try to even put it and put a negative connotation like you'll blow up people. Right. You just want to kill people. Right. No, I want to kill stupidity. Right. I want to slaughter ignorance. Yeah. Y'all got it? Yes, we want to destroy dumbness. All the stuff that's hurting our people because we're not advancing. And for the way y'all, the information y'all get, we should be light years ahead of other people. Too much time get put in with us not to be better. Too much time. That's too.